What up, guys? How's it going? Fuck me. We meet again? What's up? Update when? August? October? I don't know. The sequel to the sequel? True. For real. We're doing it. Nah. We'll do it to start this time. I won't be reading all the shit. After I finish my... I say breakfast, but it's fucking KFC. But leftover KFC. I'll finish my breakfast. Then we'll get to it. Oh, I have some other shit to talk about as well. Tipsy, how's it going? Nobody say a damn thing. We want to actually get to the review this time. Do we though? Do we? I don't know if we do, mate. I don't know if we do. Hello, Weird World. Can't stay long for today. I sent you a message on Discord. I will check it. Doug Emma. I will check it. It's fine. What is that? I can port? Some jacked guy with a love heart. Hello. Greetings, weird man of the world. How you doing? Alright, I think I'm getting sick. Like last week I thought I was getting sick, now I feel like I'm probably getting sick. It's probably happening. I'm trying to sleep more, but you know, but we'll see. We'll see. Eddie won't be here, so I'll say hi on his behalf. Okay. What are you eating? Just KFC, mate. Just KFC. Leftover KFC. From last night's dinner. It's still good. Still good. About as good as when it was, you know, hot yesterday. I've got an air fryer. Air fryer makes shit so easy to cook. I don't know how I live without it. You chuck anything in there, it does the job. Chuck a steak, chuck some lamb, whatever you want. It does the job. It's almost like a rice cooker. Homemade KFC? Yeah, sure. Air fryer supremacy, true. Morning Weird World, is the leftover KFC any good, or is it just something in you, not to waste food? No, it's actually pretty good. It's the air fryer makes it like crispy again and everything. Like, you know, when you put it in the microwave, it gets a bit like soggy and shit. With the air fryer, it just does the job. You know? Quick question on behalf of Tom. Are we getting an NTR route Or would that be lumped into the FemMC route? Oh, we've already got an NTR route. We've already got Liz. Will there be additional NTR options? Maybe. Like I saw some comments in the Discord. In the stream discussion Discord. And seeing some of Tom's messages makes me think, yeah, I probably need an extra 2 or 3 NTR routes. That probably needs to happen. But will I get around to it? I don't know. Like, if I do NTR, which I don't know if I do or not. It'll probably just be me recycling like old CGs, like that's basically what the Liz route is. But like usually for sex scenes, I don't use the same, the sex poses. Like I don't like recycle them. I like to recycle a lot of things, but usually I don't recycle a lot of the sex scenes I've already drawn. I usually draw a new one for each new sex scene. I don't know why, because usually I like to. One of my favorite things is like recycling something I've already done to make use of it again. That's something I always enjoy. But for sex scenes, for some reason, maybe because I feel like, I don't know, they're a little bit more sparse compared to other stuff. I kind of like tend to draw new ones. But if I were to do NTR routes, I just, like I have various girls like have NTR, I'd probably just recycle them. Just to, save effort. Maybe adjust the dick size a bit. Or the colour, depending. And then settle like that. Then just write some random dialogue. Easy stuff like that. So, hope's not lost, but don't expect too much from me. I'm already busy as fuck. Oh, fuck me. I know it's Razor Bait, but I'm still pissed. True. Another stream without Ella Law, right? I don't know. Will it take me 3 hours to eat my breakfast? I've only got 1 piece left. Damn you weird sickness. How could you delay peak? Yeah. So far it hasn't been like interfering. So far. I've been feeling my throat get a little bit weird. So. Hopefully I can sleep it off. But some pasta in the air fryer, true. That'll cook it right up. Good evening, Chubin. Welcome. We'd well send the stream announcement in Discord. Oh yeah, right. I found you talking about NTR because some of the F95 people were surprised Daryl was actually part of the NTR route with Liz. Hope we also get Ella one day. I mean, of all the characters, Ella would probably be the most cool with it. Like, the main love interests. Other than Liz. But, as for Daryl, I don't know why that's surprising. I guess it could be, but... Would I do more NTR scenes with Daryl? I don't know. Like, most of my NTR is like swinging anyway. It's not really NTR. I just call it that because, I don't know, that's what just everyone calls it. You know, everyone calls it the same thing, so might as well just join in. But yeah, so if the MC were to do swing with any of his girls, I feel like Daryl is probably an obvious candidate, because he'd probably swing and let you fuck some of his girls as well. I feel like that'd be like the obvious candidate. I mean, he didn't have any of his girls in in the monster world, so you know, it didn't really get the chance to return the favor. But I feel like of the male characters in the game, he'd be one of the more obvious choices, you know, to do that kind of stuff with. So, will he be a part of it in the future? Maybe some like swinging stuff. I mentioned last stream about, was it polyamory or whatever, as an option, which would mostly be referenced in dialogue, but we could do some like actual swinging kind of stuff. Maybe. I've heard NTR's gotten pretty big on F95 these days. Like, there's a lot of new NTR games, so I feel like maybe I can capture some of that. But then, like I said, it all comes down to how much effort I'm willing to put in. You know. Anyway, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna put this away. For real? So you're gonna sit there, eat KFC while I'm on 2,000 calories a day for summer, buddy? 2,000 calories a day. 2,200. That's not... Is that small? I feel like that's not that small. I feel like 2,200 is... I mean, you could have more, but I feel like it's not that small. Right. I'm gonna set up this... Actually, where do I want to put the chats? Usually I have it... here. I suppose I could have it here though. Yeah. Alright. Now I'll just put Clip Studio over there. Alright. Clip Studio. For real. I wonder, lol. True. We'd had a dream once that the MC was introducing Daryl to the press, and there was an option to call him our gay best friend, and it had Demi will remember that in the corner. Maybe. Maybe with the cheerleaders? Yeah, could do. Daryl NTR route would be kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Something like that. Something like a swinging kind of thing. See what his girlfriends look like. Because I kind of allude to like Daryl's getting action on the side, but I never really show any of his girls. So that could be a thing. I don't know. It just depends. Alright, let's get this ready. Yeah. No, not you. Maybe with the cheerleaders, more voyeur than NTR, I guess. Where's the voyeur, man? Oh, you're watching. Yeah, I mean, kind of. But that's assuming like you don't like. Could be more like threesomes. Could be more like. You know. There's two people each, that kind of thing. I don't know. I think because NTR hits closer with a close friend. Is that true? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It could happen. I'll think about it. Are there any character? Wait, I still haven't posted on Discord. Right, that'll do, I think. Yeah. So weird. Also, fuck you, Ella. Stop looking at me. True. True. Hello, weird man. How have you been? Yeah, been alright. Been alright. Alright. BBC plus female MC. You mean like Daryl fucking the female MC? Or do you mean it's like part of the NTR kind of thing? Alright, let's find some Ella images. Let's see. I've got to be careful because some some images Ella has her not her tits out, but like her outfit kind of like suggests where her nipples are, and I don't know if that's allowed. So I might have to like might have to censor her a little bit. Let's start with the very first, the OG. You guys can chat amongst yourselves while I pull this shit up. Damn, where the fuck did I put it? While I gather the images. Just making sure my screen's not showing. Yeah, so this ain't gonna fly. Oh, her abs actually look pretty good. For I must have redrawn her abs. I don't think they originally looked like that. Alright, let's post that there. We're gonna have to black bar her her nipples. Right, yeah. Poor old Ella. Oh yeah, and oh, I did forget. Do I want to talk about it now? I did prepare a slight reward for you guys, since I delayed this so long. A slight, we're going to be showing a new image of Ella, from the next update, or the one after, I'm not sure. I'm still deciding when I want to make the cutoff. There'll be a new image of Ella, and you'll get a little preview of that at the end, and we'll review that art as well because it kind of fits the theme. But yeah, we'll give you guys that when the time is right at the end. So look forward to that. Oh, should I add Kid Ella as well? Because Kid Ella has a slightly different design. Yeah, why not? I actually like Kid Ella's design a little bit. I think it's of my kid designs. Usually I put very low effort into child designs. Very low effort. Mostly because I don't need a child to look beautiful. That's not something I need. It's not something I need to worry about. But I think child Ella's actually worked out pretty well. Kind of suited the character, I suppose. Yep, that'll do. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay. Oh, got her bikini. I can't show the bikini anyway. And I think that'll do for sprites. Now, she was in the training route a little bit. This one's very sexual, so we'll try not to. Try not to fuck ourselves over with this one. Gonna have to do a lot of censoring for this. Yep, I think that'll do. Nice. Ah, excellent. Just what I was looking for. Right next to it too. It's funny, I changed my art style between two in a single update. Like the cutoff point for where I changed how I drew Ella actually happened within one update. We'll post that there. Although I did that style a while before even then. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will do. That's going to need some proper centering. Oops. What the fuck? Just a little bit of censoring. People are fucking revving their engine up there. What the fuck's going on? Oh yeah, this will do. That'll do nicely. Honestly, I would say Daryl should stay with Liz regardless of if we're in the NTR route. If MC isn't romancing her in the monster world. If the MC isn't romancing her, yeah, maybe. Maybe, but, well. I'm just wondering about the code, how much of a pain in the ass it'd be. Probably not that much. I usually assume that everyone's romancing everyone. That's usually what I assume when I write the game, or write the code. Because I imagine it's just such a small minority of people who aren't, but maybe that should be the case. NTR is boarding. Impreg is where it's at. Well, but Impreg can't happen in the world of Superhuman. Not really, anyway. Right, LINF. Here's where a pretty big change happens. Where is she? Ah. Censor that. Where else? Actually, this might be better. Definitely need censoring though. Why is it so annoying? With MC being a shapeshifter, I'm surprised there isn't more scenes with him having fun with someone else's girl. Yeah, but whose? That's the question. There are, like, one of the problems with most visual novels, well, not problems, but one of the weird things about most visual novels is that, other than the MC, most of the guys that you see don't really have their own girlfriends. They don't have their own romance partners. That's not something that happens too much. And Superhuman also falls into this trap. No, not trap, but you know, it's pretty common for Superhuman as well. So, yeah. I could do something like that, but Jess is the only one. Really, it's there's Jess, you know, Jared's girlfriend, and then who else is dating someone? Is there another character? I don't know. I did think about doing more NTR from like the MC side, where the MC is like doing the NTRing. I did think about that, but I haven't got around to it. Alright, who else? But yeah, I would like some of that NTR money. I would like some of that. Okay. Oh, current Ella, doll Ella. Well, she's kind of the same. Oh, I can't show that one. Cannot show that one. Oh, now here's a good Ella, the OG, one of my favorite. Oh, it's P&G. Oh shit. This is one of the favorite Ellas I ever drew, and I still use it to this day. One of the first Ellas I ever drew. I don't know if it needs to be censored, but I'm still gonna, just in case. I don't know what you guys can see or not see. Let's get rid of this. Close all this. Ah, the classic. The classic. Fuck, I was shit at drawing. God damn. Terrible. Terrible. But it's a good example of what I was talking about before. Oh, yeah, this'll do. Crazy Ella. Center, just in case. Show this again. Fuck off. Jesus. I don't think it needs censoring, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Is that enough? Is that enough, Ellas? How many we got? It's about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I capture them all? Damn. Actually, no, I do need some of the newer ones, actually. She did a threesome with Emily. Where would it be under? Emily. Oh, here it is. I don't know if I can include it. No, I will include it. I'm just going to cut out all the sex part. Slice it. Just slice it in half. It's that simple. It's that simple. And something new, MW. Ella is really interesting to me, not just because she likes to rage bait with her mysterious bullshit, but also because she tests the MC, so they at least have a chance to survive. She cares in a way. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why she's doing it. That could be the case. She could be a little bit nicer about it, though. I'll say that. Could be a little bit nicer. Oh, that's a nice scene. Wait, does Ella have a side? No, she wouldn't. She's tiny. She's tiny. Ella. Oh. Fleshlight Ella, eh? Actually, that's not bad. That's kind of close to my current art style of Ella. Fleshlight Ella is in. But how much titty can we show? Not that much. Actually, am I allowed to show the MC behind her like that? That feels like I might screw myself. I'm gonna do a lot of erasing. Just erase that. Just slice that up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just erase that. But we'll keep it because it's actually a good representation of my art shift. Very good. Oh, side Ella. I think one more, and I think we'll call it. What's that? Who's that? Oh, it's Tyler. Damn. Oh. Nah. Yeah, we'll include it. It kind of relates to my current art style. We'll erase a bit. That one's pretty good. Yep. That will do nicely. I don't know if I need to go over all, actually all these, but she also kills you if you kill Christy. Yeah. But Ella herself does not kill you, right? She takes you somewhere and she and she gets eaten, just like the MC, just next to Ella. That might have been what happened. That might have been. I don't know if I guarantee that. Hopefully Weirdwood channels his inner Silas / MC and forgets towards the end. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. No, that was a nice scene. It's also pretty good. Not bad. Right, I think that's the last one. Okay. Yep. think that'll do. I'll get rid of this one. This one doesn't need to be done. Do I need all these? We'll keep the flashlight. Side, yeah, we'll keep side. Get rid of that one. I'm just trying to keep the ones that show a meaningful difference in how I drew her. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We're good to go. If you could pick any character in Superhuman to get a full body hug from, who would you pick? Full body. I feel like Emily would be nice and squishy. I feel like that'd be a good time. Or maybe Sylar. Or Alice. Alice's tits are huge. She's more like a firm underneath there. She'd be like a little bit more solid. Especially the ass. Lexi, I feel like she needs a hug sometimes. Well, should be even harder. But yeah, maybe. She might do. She might also stab you. But if she gets like, too romanced. Goliath, because I would have to grow to his size. I don't know, maybe he just squishes you. That's how he does his hugs. Add animation. That ain't happening, mate. not unless I use AI. Future best. The poll will be for the whole stream to stay tuned to see if you win, decide to bet. Can you bet on the poll? Like, do you bet your points? How does that work? Speaking of impreg, will we ever see Aisheth's son? Or have we seen them already and just don't know it? I don't know. You might see. Or maybe you already have. I don't know. Hello, these worlds sure are weird. They sure are. You learn from her blood that she had a son that injured her. We did learn something like that. That's why she wants another child. Something like that. What would happen to the MC if he drank chosen blood, like Valravan or Eos? Mostly nothing. Or maybe something bad. Maybe something a little bit good. He could learn a few things, but it'd depend on the chosen. Like Valravan, you can probably learn a little bit more from than, say, Aisheth. The Glakeworth would be quite useful. Well, it also might be more dangerous, though. Yeah. Like slideshow animation, not full animation, though. Are you talking about like in the game or in this showcase thing we're doing? Because it sounds like a pain in the ass for both. I'm not gonna lie. Will there be a single animation for the final update? Not unless I use AI. Like, animation's not something I'd ever consider spending my time on. It's just a waste of time. Well, not a waste of time, but just more time than I'm willing to contribute. Watching stream on YouTube and Twitch, so Weirdwell can give me double misinformation. Sure. All right. TV. Well, actually, do I want to do it on the TV or do I want to do it somewhere else? Fuck it. We'll just do it on TV. That's fine. Yep. That'll do it. Yeah, okay. Is that? I'm really curious about what's going to happen to with the cat girl met in the monster world and could tell her about Valravan. Oh, that one. Yeah. Maybe she'll show up. Who knows? So you're saying you're already perfect? What? The worst you can say is no. Pretty sure she kills you outright if you tell her about the turning into a fly or your jellyfish powers. I mean, she cuts off your head. I don't know if she kills you straight afterwards or she does some other bullshit, but, you know. Hello, guys. I made it here. Welcome, Manak. Welcome. Oh my god, it's Ella. Finally. To Ella. Finally. Yes. Yes. Is there anything I wanted to say beforehand? I can't remember. I wanted to talk about something, but I can't. I'm too fucking tired, man. I'm too tired. Right. So, on to the topic of the stream. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to be talking a bit about Ella. Mainly about my progress as an artist, really. But we're going to do it through the lens of Ella, because I think Ella's one of the characters who's undergone the most changes throughout the Superhuman story. And she does it at pretty regular intervals as well. That kind of aligns with my art update. So I think she's because a character like Liz or Amber, it's kind of like sparse. It's kind of like random. Because early on, I decided to change my art style fairly early on when I realized I was capable of doing a slightly more anatomically correct art style. So I kind of decided that fairly early, but I didn't know when I wanted to do it. If I wanted to just keep my old art style right up until 1.0 and then redo it all at once, or if I wanted to just slowly update it as the story progressed. I think in the end I made the right decision of just slowly integrating it as the story progressed. I think that was probably the right decision, because otherwise there'd be just too much art to remake. But then at the same time, there's also the kind of the downside where I have to think about which art in the current update do I want to remake. Do I want to remake the Daryl invasion part? The art style there it's not at my current level, but it's somewhat close. It's right on the edge, and I don't know if I want to. But then on the other side, if I'm updating the early art, everything before the Daryl invasion arc, if I update all of that to my current art style, when I suddenly go back, when you suddenly reach the Daryl invasion arc, and it's not updated, it's going to look it's going to feel kind of like a downgrade. But then again, I also don't know how many people will notice or care. So there's something about that as well. So that's kind of a decision I had kind of early on. But I feel mostly happy that I chose to do what I do. Mostly. But yeah, alright. To quick distract, we've got it for 4 hours again. Oh, true. Let's read the chat. Ella the GOAT and true overarching protagonist of Superhuman. True. Will there be... Well, actually, no, I don't want to. Might be 4 with the return to Earth. Brianna had 3 art reworks. Yeah, Brianna was kind of weird. Brianna, she got kind of soft reworks. She had one proper rework. In the Valravn fight, I think. Around the Valravn fight, I gave Brianna a remake. But she's kind of got a soft update since then. But she didn't really change too much. But we'll see. Edging the Ella fans by reading chat. I like it. True. He uses it to fix shading issues and a little bit of background, if I can recall correctly. Do you use AI for your art or for the porn? Yeah, for what Dragon Floyd said. You could split. I was thinking because I got kind of bored of trivia. Not really too bored, but I kind of got bored of setting up all the questions because it's a pain in the ass. So I was thinking about doing a different a kind of game where I put my images from Superhuman and do AI or not AI and let you guys guess guess which one it is. If there's any AI influence at all, or if it's just pure drawn. I suppose I could also do now we'll categorize it as 3D models, royalty free, hand drawn. That's all one category. Then AI is in a different category. Then let you guys guess, and you can kind of guess which part of it is AI as well. Because usually, if I do AI, I don't usually do pure AI. I don't just generate something and put it there. I usually photo bash it with other stuff, with either royalty free images or stuff I've already drawn. Usually that's how I do it. But I'll let you guys guess which parts are AI, which parts are like just the hand drawn. I think that might be fun. Maybe I'll do that next stream or another stream. Maybe it'll be one of those streams I keep promising but I never do. That could be the case. That could be the case. You could split the revamp art update into two, so it would stop looking daunting as hell. Yeah, I could do, but then that would make that update take a fuckload of time. I found with background AI, I think most people don't care, especially because like I'm already not using my own art for the backgrounds anyway. It's all just royalty-free images. I kind of categorize AI art as the same kind of thing as a royalty-free image, especially just like stuff you don't actually make yourself, but you know you still use it, and I'm still going to use it. So background AI is whatever. Important characters or a lot of music is where I kind of start getting bothered. For me, I don't really care either way. Like I can jerk off the AI porn without any problem. Without any problem. But it's like I was saying last week about immersion breaking kind of thing. Like the separate kind of thing outside of the media itself that kind of takes you out of the media. That's something I always consider. That's something I think about. We still got the intelligence, morality, and some other tier lists to do as well. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be doing too many tier lists though. I do want to do another tier list because I feel like it's been a while. But I don't like to do them like in quick succession. I like to spread them out. As for which one I do next, intelligence, morality, and other tier lists. Intelligence, morality, and other tier. I don't know if I want to do intelligence. Actually, I feel like people already know the intelligence anyway, so I feel like it's not that much of a big deal. So maybe intelligence. Or actually, morality might be fun as well. I don't know. I could go either. I do want to do those. AI porn is still lacking for me. I can see why you say that. It could be like the immersion breaking thing again. Like it just takes you out of your jerk off. Like it kills your boner. I can see that. I can see that. Royalty free is still better than AI in my opinion. For me, it's the exact same. There's literally no difference. It's just taking images that you don't own. Quick distract. Honestly, if you hadn't said anything, I don't know how many people would have noticed. Yeah, I like to set something. I don't like people getting the wrong idea about me. Like, unless I'm intentionally lying, which, you know, if I'm intentionally lying, that's fine. But I don't like people getting, like, the wrong idea about me. I don't want people thinking that I have, like, I align with them in some moral aspect and, like, try and hold me to that standard. Because I probably don't align with anyone in all my... Well, it depends on what you mean by... Like, in terms of, like, morality, I'm probably not aligned with you on basically any of it. Except for, like, the core basics, don't kill and all that. So I don't want people thinking, he's on my side, he hates AI, he's anti-AI, so he's he's never going to use it. Because then when I actually do use it, people are going to kind of feel like a little bit like betrayed, I think, or something like that. I don't know, it's hard to describe. But I don't like people misunderstanding what I'm trying to be about. So I try to be, generally speaking, pretty open about when I use AI, when I don't. Like I try to be pretty, like, you know, pretty straightforward. And then I also usually like to caveat by saying, just because I'm not using it now doesn't mean I'm not going to use it in the future. It also doesn't mean that I morally am against it, because I have no morality tied to the AI. Whether it's stealing or not, whether they're data scraping or whatever it's doing, I still have no morality attached to it. I don't care. I don't care about the pride of art, the value of human design or anything like that. I don't care about any of that. None of that matters to me, even a little bit. So I'm trying to keep that clear, so people don't feel like deceived, I suppose. Unless I'm trying to deceive. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll try to deceive people if I feel like it's like convenient for me. But you know, that's my general speaking view of it. AI music is, for better or worse, a very tempting prospect for AVN devs due to warfare that is music copyright law. Yeah, I heard about Eternum getting fucked by that. And supposedly Eternum used like AI music in their last update. I didn't even notice. I thought he just got some songs, like because some of them are like voiced songs. He's not even doing like the background unvoiced music. He's like using proper like voiced AI songs. Yeah, that surprised me because I didn't even notice it. I actually thought his music sounded pretty good. But yeah. So is NSFW art in the streaming discussion channel right now AI? I don't know. Is it fan made? Like a fan made? It could all be AI. I don't monitor the art in my Discord. I don't know what's going on with that. I love AI music in the game. Honestly, AI is just a tool. As long as you do like the end result, and of course the writings have no AI, I don't really care since I'm playing the game more for the story. I understand. Carbitis also commissioned some songs, like from real people, or for like people commission people to make AI songs. Is that what he's doing? I'm fine with art being AI generated to an extent, but when everything else, like a dialogue, is AI generated, that's when it starts losing me. Yeah, I feel like AI writing is still very, very bad, very bad. Like, yeah, I don't know exactly how to describe it. It just feels unnatural. But to be honest, I feel like a lot of visual novel dialogue is a little bit unnatural. I like my style of dialogue, but obviously that's my personal preference. I prefer. I don't know how to describe how I do dialogue. I feel like I include a lot of swearing in my dialogue. I include a lot of slang. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I try to capture how people talk in real life. I have a lot of like it's kind of a beam, but I have a lot of the mini dots of in my dialogue to like kind of like indicate silence, and I feel like that I feel like that's actually pretty important because I feel like a lot of people talk at the same time as each other, like try to talk over each other. A lot of people, which is like I do the dash where people get interrupted. I feel like a lot of people like they can't get their sentences fully out. They kind of trail off. They can't really fully articulate themselves. I feel like including that in dialogue is important and useful. But at the same time, I do feel like for my dialogue, I feel like I let my own voice infect some of the characters too much. Like some of them talk a little bit too much like me, and I want to like make character voices a little bit more distinct. Like they've already got all their pre-designed like distinct voices, like what they'd say, what they kind of language they'd use, but I don't always stick to it, and I think that's a problem. Like I've got the template written out, but I don't always follow, and I think it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I'll try and fix it in 1.0, but we'll see. It breaks kind of breaks immersion for me. Yeah, I think that's the way it is for a lot of people. That's why I was talking about it last week. When overused in songs, scenes, and art, because it just feels weird. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really notice it much. That's fair. I think the immersion breaking is the thing I mainly care about. That's the thing I really care about. Honestly, don't care much about AI usage. It looks ass, then it's just ass. If it's good, then whatever. That's generally speaking my view. If it's good enough to jerk off to, then it's good enough for me. When I found out you used AI, I said damn and went back to jerking off to the game. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Even the voiced songs were AI gen. I think so. I'm not like scrolling through Eternum's like forums and stuff, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the music was AI generated. Yeah, the music replacement for Eternum weren't bad. I was expecting a lot worse. Yeah, I think if you just put a bit of effort into it, and by effort I don't mean like you're crafting the song. I mean like you're clicking generate like 50 times and hoping to get a good one. That's basically what I think the process is. But I'm in the next 40 years, maybe. MC Daryl said dobbed. I don't know what the fuck dobbed on. I don't know what that means. Superhuman ruined dialogue for me. I'm always comparing the other games I played to Superhuman dialogue, and other games don't hold up. And I appreciate that. I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate that. There's also a music licensing service that doesn't have any anti-porn clauses in their TDS. TOS. Charybdis uses them, as does Dr. Pinkcake.
Oh, what's it called? Maybe I'll check that out. How much? How much do they charge? I wouldn't mind checking that out. What do they call that? What site is this? Can we go back to the Ella bit, please? Lol, the distraction play was a great success, wasn't it? It was a great success. Anyway, back to Ella. Back to Ella. As I was saying, this is the first version of Ella I ever drew. I drew her back when I was still in university. Because for the first, I think, year or two of Superhuman, I was still in uni, I think. But yeah, I drew this while I was doing like an art class. Like, even though I went to school for animation, they had a couple of like drawing type classes. And while I was doing that, I think maybe 6 months into it, I drew this version of Ella, and she was the. Wait, no, was she the first? No. I drew James, Kenny, and what the blonde friend. I forget what the blonde friend was. It Kyle or something? Bryce, something like that. I forget his name. I drew those three cunts. They were the very first. Yeah. They were the very first designs for Superhuman. No, I didn't draw them for Superhuman. I drew them for like a project in my art class. They were part of a scene or something, and then I recycled them for Superhuman. They actually appear. Actually, I'll probably show you because I've got. Actually, I don't want to. I can't be stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure they appear in the first chapter of Superhuman as well. The three of them. Like, but I put them as silhouettes. You know, when you in the bar before you get turned into a Superhuman, when you're like celebrating your birthday in the club, and then you go to the toilet, and then three guys come out and confront you, and you fight one of them. Yeah, those three guys, they're the black silhouettes. Those are Kenny, Jared, and and the blonde cunt. I'm actually thinking of making them actually Kenny, Jared, and that cunt, and maybe you fight Kenny, and then it kind of makes the rematch with the monster version. Like you actually you get a rematch with him. That could be like a fun tie-in. So I might actually make the three of them like actual characters and actually show their full shading, you know, instead of making them black silhouettes. Yeah, that might be a thing we do, and then make you like the first fight of the game is the fight against Kenny. That's something I've been thinking about. But yeah, those three were the first designs, first things I drew for Superhuman, and then I drew Ella. She's the first character I drew specifically for Superhuman when I had the idea. I can't remember why exactly I made it. I knew that, like, since I wanted it to be a porn game, I obviously knew I wanted her nipples showing. So I had that in. That's something I was super into back in the day. Like having nipples like visible through clothing. I was super into that back in the day. So I kind of like did that for a couple characters. I did it for Lexi as well. I kind of like reduced it for Lexi a little bit because I can't remember why. There's still like a bit of an outline, but I kind of reduced it. I can't remember why. I think it was just a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass to make it like match the material. I think that was the main reason. But yeah, I also did the same for her, which is why she's got the black sensor bar here. Yeah, I think it worked pretty good. The texture, I think I drew this myself because I didn't really use textures back then. Yeah, and I think I redid the abs. The abs look all right for like my own hand drawn. Because like I said, I'm usually pretty bad at drawing abs. So for some hand drawn abs, they're actually not bad. They're not bad. But I'm pretty sure I redrew over this. This isn't how I used to draw them. Her hand looks a little bit fucked up. Like you see you see her hand here. It is a little bit fucked. It's kind of. It's not the most anatomically great thing, but yeah. Yeah, I just wanted a goth girl because at the time I thought goth girls were fucking hot. I thought that was a great time. So yeah, I just gave a goth design with the smudgy mascara, which I'm still a fan of to this day. I think that was a great character design trait that I added. I was quite happy with that. Then the upside down cross, I kind of made her upside down cross like facing upright at some point. I can't remember why. Like there's nothing wrong with like. The upside down cross fits her story as well as the upright cross does. There's no reason to not have it upside down. So I don't know why the fuck I changed that. I don't know if I want to change it back though. Well, I'm already remaking 1.0. Maybe I will change it back. I don't know. I don't know. It depends how much a pain in the ass it is. I'll think about it later. But yeah, originally it was an upside down cross. I kind of like change that shit. Premium beat. I think it's fairly priced for to license their songs for games, but I haven't looked too close. Is it like a recurring thing? Like you pay like monthly, or is it like something you pay once and then you get that song to license? I'd have to check it out. But I'll keep it in mind. Premium beat. I'll have a look. If there's some good songs there, I might have to take part. I might have to join the club. That sounds like an alright thing to do. I think the blonde guy is the one that gets cut in half by Kenny, right? Right. I just don't remember his name. Is Ella the only one getting a makeover, visually, overhaul in 1.0? Oh no, all the characters. All the characters are. Well, most of them. I shouldn't say all. Most of the characters are. They are the guys you find in the bar? True. They are indeed those guys. Alright. Anything else? I think that's enough about the first one. She's got a collar. Yeah. It looks a little bit... Actually, I'll show you this one. This is one of my classic Ella designs. I drew this later. Like Superhuman, I started drawing for Superhuman a few months, like before actually releasing it. Just to get everything set up, all the character sprites I needed, all that and stuff. So I drew that a few months in preparation for when I eventually launched the game. This one is slightly more recent, where I drew the front version, and I still think this is really cute. Old Dave looks a bit scuffed. He doesn't really have a neck, which is kind of stupid. And his arms are like super fucking long. He's like fucking got Varavavan arms. But Ella's arms are pretty fucking long as well, now that I look at it. But yeah, I think in terms of like her facial design, and her boobs as well, I think she looks pretty cute here. I don't know what the tear is about. I can't remember why I added that. I think that's just meant to be a mascara. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is really... I still use it for my my Patreon like logo thing, not for like the cover page, but just for the my little icon. And I think I still think it holds up. I think it's really nice. It's one of my favorite designs for Ella, even though it's kind of old and kind of a little bit outdated. But yeah, I still think it looks nice. His name was Dylan, as I recall. I knew it had a Y in there. I just couldn't remember it, yeah. And he solos the apostles. True. Him kind of like getting himself cut in half was just part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, mate. It's all part of the plan. Did I catch the screen late or early? Yeah, about an hour in. You're about on time, as far as these things go. Kenny greater than Dylan, therefore Kenny is apostle level at least. True. Yeah. Her collar's a little bit thin, but that's fine. What's the next one? Oh, Dave still doesn't really have a neck. I mean, he's kind of got a neck, but he's a little bit fucked here. But yeah, side Ella. Yeah, this is... Oh, the abs. They're a little bit scuffed, but they're not bad for my old style. A little bit scuffed. Like, drawing the twisting abs, it's quite difficult. Even today, I have a bit of difficulty doing it. It's one of the reasons I rely on AI. But, yeah, not bad. Yeah, side view. This is one of the reasons why I've spoken about this before. But even though even though I think this kind of art style is good, like I think it's kind of like kind of unique, kind of cute. It's not a bad art style, but that's only when drawing from specific angles and specific characters. Like if I put it, because it took a long time for me to design Ella, but so while this art style as is here can kind of work, I don't think this art style works at all. I think it's kind of dog shit, to be honest. I think it's like this is one of the reasons why I decided to update my art, why I decided to like change a lot of my stuff, because I think it just looks terrible. This is kind of like the problem is this is like a front-facing eye, even though the rest of her face is going to the side. This is an eye that's like looking straight at you, and it's kind of fucked. I think that's the main problem. But yeah, I don't think the hair doesn't really come over. What am I trying? Cover over? Why the fuck am I? Doesn't carry over. Yeah, fucking hell. Doesn't carry over to like my current art style. It's completely fucked. The body's not bad actually. The body, like in terms of proportions, Like, I wasn't even using 3D models at this point. That's actually not bad. Like, the way she's, like, twisted like this. This is alright. For the time when I wasn't using 3D. Yeah. MC looks... He looks a little bit... We're not showing his eyes, so he kind of looks alright. Dave looks good. Dave always looks good. But, yeah, it's kind of scuffed. Man, seeing Dave drunk in every of my replay is so funny because it reminds me of Kermit and Elmer. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I'm not exactly sure. I think the safe bet is the custom pricing. I almost guarantee DPC uses that licensing tier. Better safe than sorry. Yanking songs mid-development is horrendous. Yeah. It's one of the reasons I don't really trust like real music. Like, I'll use it. And I think like Creative Commons music, royalty-free music, I think it's much harder to yank than licensed music, which is why I like it. But it's still a little bit dangerous. That said, I feel a little bit more secure because any music that does get like yanked, I could probably just replace. In that sense, I feel alright. To me, the old art has a special place in my heart. I remember back in 22, when I started to play, I almost dropped it because of the art, but it did grow on me. It was unique and special. I generally agree. But I feel like scenes like this is one of the reasons you would have dropped the game. I feel like people see this in like the first 10 minutes of the game and they think, yeah, I'm going to drop this shit. Yeah, it's kind of, it's not that great. I don't know what the reviews were talking about. It's kind of dog shit. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. These two were in the first update of the game. I think I drew them around the same time. This one I think actually still holds up. This one I think doesn't hold up at all. So these two, the first update of the game. This I think is in not the second update. I think the third update of the game. So I was probably about 3 months into drawing Superhuman at this point. We got Ella in her crazy eye phase. She's got the hair tentacles actually look alright. I like these little hook things. I think that was pretty cool. But, yeah, her front face... I don't know why I didn't just recycle this. But, yeah, for some reason I redrew her face. I don't like it as much as that one I just showed before. But I do think it makes her look creepy and kind of crazy and kind of sick. So in that sense, I appreciate it. Her abs, her belly button is huge. Fuck me. It's like a foot long. Jesus. But yeah, other than that, body proportions, not bad. I'd probably make her waist slimmer, but I don't know. It might be more realistic for her to be like this, actually. But yeah, not bad. A little bit crazy. The coloring makes it weird because I've got like a color overlay on top. I wasn't really too good with overlays at that point. Like I was just like dipping my feet into overlays at this point. So I kind of like overexposed her face a bit. You see she's a little bit purple and shit here. But, yeah, I think it was cool for, like, the showing the craziness of Ella, making her kind of look a bit like a psycho, I think that was not bad. Do you know Kermit the Frog? I know Kermit the Frog, because he sometimes makes that face. Oh, he makes that face, does he? Okay. Dave makes, but meh might just be me. It could be. Like I know who Kermit the Frog is, but I'm not like intimately familiar with his work. Even commissioning music needs to be communicated clearly. Ideally, you get the full rights to the commissioned song, while the actual creator retains zero rights. Exactly. That's one of the problems. That's why I don't like. There's a world in which I reach out to like the community to help me out, like making shit. But the reason I haven't is just because the risk is of like copyright and all that bullshit. It's just. Yeah. You are right. I mean, I kept playing because I did appreciate the art, but generally people will just drop the game when presented with such unique art. I generally agree. Not just unique, it's just shit. I think this scene is just objectively dog shit, I think. Like, even by, like, my limited drawing standards, I think it's just terrible. We're going to keep Dave as is, though, but other than that, this Ella kiss scene's going to get an update. Kissing is hard for me to draw. I think kissing is harder than sex to draw, actually. Like getting the lips to like connect well with the face. It's generally like that's why I kind of recycle. Like I have some dedicated kiss CGs that I just recycle because drawing kissing I think is a little bit difficult. So I have to put a lot of effort into making it look good. That said, I think I'm getting a little bit better. I think I've got a kiss scene in my next update, which is nice, and I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, I think it's quite difficult to get right. It's quite difficult. I should like use like DAZ 3D models to like model a proper kiss and then draw over it. I should do that, but I don't know. DAZ is a pain in the ass. By 2022 standards, it's not really dog shit. You mean my 22 standards? I mean, yeah, because because I was dog shit at the time. There was very few 2D games. Oh, you mean like 22 and 2D visual novels? Yeah, maybe that might be true. Is there any rough release for 1.0? I don't know. 1.0 is ages away. Like we've still got 3 updates between, possibly 4 updates between 1.0. So I don't know when that's coming out. They see Melty Dave and think, oh shit, yeah, right before the Kenny fight. This is this right before the Kenny fight, or is it one update before? No, I think this leads up to the Kenny fight. Like this update is the update that leads up to the Kenny fight. Because I usually do my updates in weeks. I'm pretty sure this is day 7 or 8 of the game, and then the Kenny fight is on day 13. I'm pretty sure. I think. Or did I include? Wait, did I end the Kenny fight on a cliffhanger? Or did I actually just do the whole thing in one fight? I feel like I ended on a cliffhanger, but I might have just actually done the whole fight. Did I? I can't remember if I ended the Kenny. Like if I were making it today, I'd end it on a cliffhanger. But I don't know. Maybe I just did it in one go. I might have just done it. Kissing is harder to animate as well, going by most VNs. I know because MC hardly kisses most of the cast lol. True. And the reason is because it's a pain in the fucking ass to draw. I do want to draw more kissing scenes though, because I feel like it's important for the romance. I feel like my romance is a little bit lacking, and the lack of kissing is kind of part of that. So I do want to draw more kissing scenes for each girl. Like for the main girls at least. For like side girls, that is just fucking. I don't think it matters too much. But for the main girls, I think Alice needs some kissing. Ella maybe. Well, we got the start of the game kissing for her. Amber definitely needs some kissing. Liz maybe. Emily probably needs some kissing. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the update before the Kenny one, because the update ends when the MC gets to the Dawn Party, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Yeah, it had to be. There's no way I would have done the Dawn Party and the fight in the same update. Because the Dawn Party alone it took me ages. I think it was like 3,000 lines just for that shit alone. There's no way I would have done Kenny on top of that. I wouldn't have had the time. Yeah, no. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to. I remember you had an end of update when the MC throws Kenny downstairs. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah, that's right. So we got started with the Kenny, but we didn't finish the Kenny. That sounds about right. Yeah, because I think Weird asked about if the MC should leave the party or... Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That confirms it. Back when I was still taking like audience polls for what the MC would do. Not such a good idea. I do wish I could follow up with it. But having pre-written a lot of it makes it kind of hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, true. Also weird. We gonna see a drawing of the full drawing of this universe and what the multiverse and the multiverse like some shaped galactic mass cosmic? I have drawn something like that. I'm not gonna show it till later. You know, like something Marvel and does showing a picture of its cosmology. I don't know what Marvel does. I do have something vaguely similar to what you're describing, but you're not going to see that till these things actually become relevant. I wonder how different everything would be if you had fled. Fairly different. Some of the story beats would be the same, but I think there'd be a bit of difference. Damn, we're OGs? Yeah, fucking old cunts. Alright, next picture. Oh yeah, this one. This one I didn't actually include in the game. This was like a kind of a test run where I started like trying to draw a little bit differently than I had before, a little bit more realistic. I started using 3D models around this time to get the body proportions right. Yeah, I thought when I first drew this was a really beautiful image of like Ella like kind of by the stars, looking over at you. I thought it was really nice, and because I kind of just drew this on a whim just to see if I could, see if I could make it a slightly more realistic art style. And I thought it looked really good. I thought it looked really nice. So I posted it on the Patreon. People seemed to like it, and so I kind of like thought about. This is when I first started thinking about changing my art style, like from like this early stage. I can't remember when exactly in the updates I made this. From this early stage, this is all I would say the same art style. This is all like they kind of look different, but I'd say this is all like the same kind of art style. But this one I think is when I first started to decide. I was kind of like gonna diverge from it. It was definitely before the Valraven fight, quite a bit before the Valraven fight. I drew this. I think it would have been around the Klaus fight. No, it would have been past the Klaus fight, maybe around the Jake fight. I drew this, I think. Sometime between Jake and Klaus, I drew this, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I wasn't like totally sold on like integrating it. When I posted on Patreon, I don't think I said I would. I think I said it was just like an experiment to see if I could. I don't think I said I would implement it in the game. But I had a few people asking if I would. And then when I later released an Emily version in that same art style, a lot of people started asking if I would put this in the game. And by that point, I had kind of decided I wanted to, but I was kind of saving it for 1.0 actually. Back then, I didn't realize how far away 1.0 was. I thought it would come a lot sooner than it did. I feel like I've taken quite a while to get to 1.0, and I'm still taking a while. But yeah, I did kind of like a few months after this, I decided I wanted to put this in the game. I'm trying to... How far in my art career would I have been? I think this is 1 year around. Well, maybe like 6 months to a year into my artist journey that I first learned how to draw like this. So this is a good like benchmark. I think this is quite nice. And I think it still holds up. It's a little bit scuffed. Nose isn't exactly how I would do it. It's not necessarily not how I would do it, but it's a little bit different. She's got the tear for some reason still. I can't remember why. I've kind of like scrapped the whole tear idea thing. It wasn't in her original design. I don't know why I added it. Maybe I just thought it was a nice addition. Her cross is still a little bit scuffed. But other than that, I think her face is quite nice. Quite nice. I like her eyes as well. Yeah. Shit. A map of Gondwana and Laurasia with the sectors would be sick as hell too. I'm pretty sure you can find a map of Gondwana and Laurasia just out there. One with the sectors. Yeah, that could be nice. But I feel like I'd map it on pretty closely to how, because I'm pretty sure there's already images out there of showing which countries are where in Gondwana and Laurasia. I feel like there's already images out there like that, and I feel like that'd be pretty closely to how I'd map my game. Like all the countries in the world, like some of them are combined, but they're basically like bunched up into which countries are already in the world. Like America would still be its own sector, like the various USA, Brazil, Egypt, like all those countries would basically be their own sectors. Smaller countries would be bundled up into their own sector. And yeah. I feel like it'd be quite similar. But that said, I think it might be interesting. Like I was talking to Dagama about this, like because Dagama's helping me with some of the code. He's quite a good coder, at least by my standard. Like I want to add more like lore into the status screen. Like if you right click on the game, you can check your stats, you can check your power, you can check your money. I want to make expand that a little bit into like a more lore thing where you can You can check other characters, like the character profiles I release on Patreon. Some of those will be entered, not all of them. Some of them will be entered into there as you encounter them. Some of them will have information missing, depending on like how much you know about them and stuff. But you'll have access to like look at like a bestiary of all the different monsters and all the different characters. Like how some visual novels do. I think the Hero's Party Has Fallen does this. I think Eternum does something like this. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think Eternum does something like this. Maybe. Actually, I could be making that up. Fate Stay Night definitely does this. Something like Fate Stay Night. If any of you have played Fate Stay Night, I want to add something like that. And for that, I would also add sections where like you can check like the map of the world. You can check various other shit. It's one of the reasons why, for those of you who saw the Danu character profile, it's one of the reasons I redrew that. Because that Danu character profile will be kind of like the template I use for the stat screen that I eventually implement in 1.0. It's also why like for those of you who saw like the science thing last update, how I released some science notes. It's also one of the reasons why I kind of made a Xanth version of that. Because I think that kind of stuff being implemented into the game, not as something as like you need to read to progress the story, but something that if you're curious, if you want to know like lore and shit, you click in the stat menu, you scroll through some of like the lore book or the trivia or whatever you want to call it, and you can just like find like little bits of like science shit in the form of like Xanth's notes. I think that's just like a cool little addition that if it can be added to the game, and I imagine it can, it doesn't sound very hard to add to the game. I think that might be like a fun thing for players to experience. That's something I've been thinking about a bit. Something I've been thinking about a little bit. Anyway, next one. So this is like, I'm just gonna say 6 months into the game. Actually, we'll mark them all by months, by time, to mark my artist journey. This minus 4 months into the game, because I do this before the update came out. Why is it? It's fucking annoying. Where's that? Minus 4 months. This. Minus 2 months? How long did it take me to make the first update? Minus 2 months? I'm going to say about minus 2 months. I'm just going to say that. I don't know why it always puts it to the top. This I made slightly later. Minus 1 month. Even though it's worse. Doing this minus things might actually fuck me a bit, but whatever. Oh, this will be plus 2 months, I think. Because it's not the next update, it's the update after that. So, plus 2 months, maybe even plus 2.5 months. But we'll just say plus 2 months. Plus 2 months into my game dev journey. And this, I hadn't updated my art in a while since then. I'd say plus 6 months. Actually, we'll do 6-7 for the meme. Plus 6-7 months. Just so we can have a little track of my artist's journey. Just for my own sake, more than anything else. Now, this one. This is following this same art style. It looks a little bit scuffed, but this is following this art style. I drew this... When did I draw this? This happens in the last... I think actually I kind of make a reference to 1.0 in this in the dialogue for this. But this happens during the last training route of the main story before, like in the college story. You can choose to train as a side route. This happens in the last training route, I think, with Ella. And that would be where would that be in the story, in terms of my story? It would have been before Valravn, for sure, but not much before Valravn, I think. This would have been a couple of years in, I think. When did Valravn come out? When did the Valravn fight start? I feel like Valravn fight was like 2 years in. I feel like, but maybe not. I'm going to call this 1.5. Plus 1 and 1/2 years. Maybe I'll just go months, actually. Let's go plus 16 months. Actually, that's not 16. 18. Plus 18 months, I think. 2023. Yes? 2023. And I started in 2021. So that'd be 2 years. Wait, but this happened before Valravn. A couple updates before Valravn, not right before. Yeah, so plus 18 months, I think, is about right. Maybe a little bit more, but I think around there. This is when I first decided, yeah, I'm going to start like properly changing the art now. I'm going to like properly dedicate myself to it. I made a reference to it that I wasn't going to stick to it because I still hadn't decided I was going to stick to it. So I kind of like soft said, nah, this is not going to be a permanent thing. I'm just, but I ended up trying to stick with it. So this, yeah. It looks a little bit weird. Nose looks a bit weird. It's a little like pinched in, and it's very blurry as well. The nostrils are a bit fucked. The lips are very blurry and very large. I don't mind, but very blurry. And her eyes are fine. The smudges are a little bit blurry as well. This is when I think this is when I first discovered airbrush as an artist. Well, not discovered, but started like really using airbrush. And I started using airbrush for everything. So a lot of my art was very smooth, very, very soft, very blurry. And so that's kind of why I got this shit. The hair's not bad. The hair's not bad. Like I think I still use this hair like in some recent updates. But yeah, very blurry. But looking at this, I still use like a brush, like a proper paintbrush. Just looking at this, like you can't, like even to this day, I think I use a brush similar to this. Was I still using Photoshop or was I using? No, I stopped using Photoshop ages ago. Actually, I should. When did I stop using Photoshop? Probably this is the last time I used Photoshop, because I started doing Superhuman in Photoshop. That's my original drawing tool. I started using, I think, maybe 6 months, a year into making Superhuman, I started using Clip Studio instead. Because back in uni, because I went to like a kind of an art school, they gave you like a free, was it a subscription? Free subscription to Photoshop. So you got to use like all the old tools. Use all the tools. So I could kind of like get away with that. But then when I graduated uni, that expired. Wait, no. If I graduated then... Because I still used... How long was I doing uni when I was doing Superhuman? I feel like it was at least a year and a half. Yeah, like I started it in my second last year of uni. And then... So a year and a half. So this is definitely still Photoshop. And this would be still Photoshop as well. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. This is probably still Photoshop, actually, now that I think about it. Because even after my uni Photoshop subscription expired, I still used like an old version of Photoshop. Because my mum, she was like a computer tech worker, and she had like some free like old copies of like a 2012 Photoshop, 2011 Photoshop, like some very old version of Photoshop. And so I used that for quite a while. And it was good because it had a lot of filters. But no, it can't be, because I had 3D models. And our 3D models were in a Clip Studio thing. It can't be. It have to be somewhere around here. I'm getting my timelines mixed up. Because this is a 3D model as well. This might be later than 6-7 months, actually. This might be like a year. I'm going to go 1 year. I think. This could be wrong. I'm kind of mixing my timelines up here. We're going to go 12 months. because yeah, Photoshop didn't have the 3D model thing. Like by I don't know if you guys have probably seen me draw before, at least at some point, but it doesn't even have it. What the fuck is this? Where did all my 3D models go? Did it like scrap it? What is wrong with this thing? Fucking hell. They must have like scrapped my shit again. That's fucking annoying. That means that whenever I next want to do a drawing stream, I have to like download all that shit again. Fuck me. What a pain in the ass. Why the fuck did that happen? Shit. That annoys me a lot, actually. I can probably like sync it, actually, now that I think about it. But that's going to take so much of my fucking memory. What a pain in the fucking ass. But anyway, 3D model. This is what Clip Studio does for those who don't know. You can like add a 3D model and like draw over it. That's what I do a lot for like a lot of my fight scenes, a lot of my sex scenes. I just put in a like, you know, you can say I want this cunt to get fucked. We just lean him over. Spread those fucking legs, bitch. Then we just ram into his pussy right there. And then we could do it from different angles, you know? I want his knees up more. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, he's trying to escape it. No. Bitch. Yeah. So if if any of you guys wondering how I draw sex scenes, that's how. we just get a 3D model in there. We draw over that bitch. There's a female version as well. Usually I don't use these two. I have like better 3D models that showed like the kind of like the musculature and the abs and stuff. And those are really handy. Like Michael is basically all just one model that I use on repeat for his fight scenes. I kind of like buff him up a bit because Michael's a bit buffer than the model. But yeah, that's how we do it. For Marvel, it is the one above all, and for DC, it's the presence. What's this? What Marvel and DC do is show the universe with all its planets, multiverse, what transcends the multiverse, like the source war, and finally, the top of the hierarchy at the top of the cosmology. For Marvel, it's the one above all, and for DC, it's the presence. It's a weird way. Is it prescience or just presence? That's a weird way to spell presence, but I'll believe you. It sounds cool, and I would like to do something about that, but I don't want to spoil too much of the world. Didn't you include a version of this next to the Cadia scene? I'm not sure what exactly you mean. Not sure exactly what you mean. Classic lore bestiary? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this one is when she breaks the fourth wall and tells us art was updated, right? Yeah. When she got Cadius, it's the same scene as the one she got Cadius. That's it. I was actually going to get to that. I'll get that in a second, but because that's a little bit of a difference. Now I also have an obsession for fictional worlds cartography. Interesting. Fuck me. The exact date was July 22nd with when Catgirl appeared. How the fuck do you know that? July 22nd. That's about a year and a half. So, I was spot on. A year and a half. Nice. It's slightly less than a year and a half. It's like, this is probably like 17 months, 16 months. Because I draw it before I release. We'll change it. This is about, let's go plus, it's 15 months. Plus 15 months. Into my superhuman / artist career. Doesn't really make sense because this is like minus. So technically speaking, it's 20 months, 19 months. But yeah. Yeah, it's very blurry. Also a lot more anime-like. Yeah, the eyes are a lot bigger. That's why it's anime-like. My original art style, actually, I should talk about this. My original idea for my art style, like, which I can probably, since we're talking about my art style, I'll bring out some of the inspirations for my art, like what I based my designs on. Yeah, here it is. Great scene. I was as soon as I saw this, I got in love with this art style. I think it's one of the coolest and the sexiest kind of arts I've ever seen. Who else? Anime, I kind. It's not really inspired. It didn't really inspire Superhuman, but it kind of inspired my desire to get into like drawing in the first place. So I'll get this as well. Which one do I want to choose? Copy this. Grab this. What else inspired my art? Anime in general kind of inspired it. I feel like I should have a proper anime image as well to show you guys, because there's a reason why I didn't choose anime specifically, and it was probably a mistake. Like if I drew a more like standard anime style, I'd probably be a little bit more popular. I don't know how much more popular, but I feel like people associate visual novels with traditional anime more, and going outside of that kind of immersion breaks some people, I think. Like it doesn't upset them, but I think it breaks their immersion a little bit, and I feel like they're a little bit more resistant to trying it. Because that's me. I say that because I was one of those people. Like for me, a visual novel style that's 2D and that's not like traditionally anime, I'd be a little bit resistant to trying it. So what anime? Oh, I know. What's the One Punch Man author called? One Punch Man art. Because I love the One Punch Man art style. I think he's like, he didn't inspire my initial desire to draw art style, because I wasn't reading One Punch Man at the time. But like after seeing it, I think he has one of the coolest art styles out there, as does Berserk. Art girls. Fubuki has some great art. Yeah, we'll grab this. Actually, we'll grab this. Oh yeah, that's some great shit. That's some good shit right there. That's some good shit. Yeah, Tornado has some great art, even though she's kind of a lolly. Well, the middle-aged lolly, I think it is. Tornado has some great art. Yeah. Alright, I think that'll do. Actually, we'll get one more because it kind of illustrates my problem with anime, even though I really like the art style. Is it Bang? No, Silverfang. Yeah, no, it is Bang. Yeah, that'll do. It's so blurry. Why is it so blurry? Sick as fart art. Sick as fuck art style. sick as fart. Yeah, alright. There we go. We'll start with One Punch Man because I've got that up first. This is kind of to illustrate where my art style like originally came from. Like One Punch Man. This isn't where it came from, but it kind of illustrates what I'm going to talk about. Like originally, I thought about like drawing anime. Like I started drawing a little bit of anime. I didn't. Actually, maybe I should do this in order of like how we'll do it in order. So, actually no. We'll start here. This is the first art style. This is what got me into deciding to draw. Anyone who's seen Katana Gatari, great show. But I thought the art style for this kind of shit was they all had some of the best art style I'd seen at the time. Very, very unique anime art style. Like this doesn't really capture it, not properly anyway. Maybe I should like get the sister. Katana Gatari sister, because the sister's the main reason. I actually, yeah, this is better. This is better. Yeah. This art style. This is the first character I ever drew. Like, I tried to redraw this character. It turned out alright, because it's a very simple art style. But just the way this, whoever the artist is, I don't know the artist's name, drew their characters. Like, the eyes, like the pupils are always, well, I don't know about always, but, you know, generally speaking, the pupils are white instead of black. And then they don't really have whites of the eyes, they just have the eyelashes above and then the heavy iris. I always just thought this was a sick as fuck art style. And this is what I started drawing as. I think this character is the first character I ever drew. I'm pretty sure. It's just this character is also sick as fuck. She's fucking awesome. She's a beast. Yeah, this is what kind of got me started in drawing. But a problem I have. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to speak about it just yet. But yeah. Anyway, this is what kind of got me inspired to draw. My first art journey, you could say. So we put this as like minus, I don't know, 7 or 8, minus a year, art journey, because this is the first character I would have drawn. I didn't draw this image, by the way. This is a Google image, but yeah, I thought this was really, really beautiful. But then there's One Punch Man. And I think this is, like, a lot of my shading, I kind of try to model after this guy. I think this guy does the best shading in the business. The face, he doesn't do too much shading on. Sometimes he does. But the clothing and the folds and shit, I think he's the best in the business. I think it's just top notch. Like Berserk, rest in peace to the author of Berserk. I think his art style is also one of the best. I think his shading is amazing. And like the complexity of his like scenes is something I wish I could do. I wish I could draw like he could draw. But that said, even the Berserk artist, I think, can't beat this guy when it comes to clothing, and like silhouettes and like bodies. Like even Tornado, like she barely has any fault, but you can kind of like see like the structure of her body beneath her dress, and I just think and he does abs the best. I try and model the way I draw abs after this cunt, even though I can't draw abs for shit. I think this guy draws abs amazingly. So yeah, I kind of model my shading after this guy. At least like after I started reading. I don't know when I started reading One Punch Man in my superhuman journey. I think about a year in, around. That'd just be a guess, but yeah, I think this guy, in terms of how he shades and how he, even like the thighs, Jesus, like that soft light shading, I kind of like model myself after that. And fuck, what a great artist. Oh, there's another one actually that actually do quite a lot. I model myself quite a bit, but it's a porn game artist. Actually, we're gonna pull him up. Actually, this guy's a good one. I can't remember the name of his game though. It's something about like the demon lord turns into a chick, and then he's turning other heroes into chicks. Really big titties. Demon lord and guardians. Hentai? Fuck, I don't know. Shh. Safe search. You motherfucker. Why is safe search? F95. F95 must have it. Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights. There we go. I think. Yeah, it is this. Oh, fuck yeah. I want to get, not like a naked one because I can't show that, but Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights. F95. Wait, you can't see F95s on the images unless you're logged in, right? Fuck. They're really fucking me over with this. There must be an image of his art somewhere around here. Fuck me. Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights. We're just going to start clicking on random links. Does Steam have it? they should fucking release it on Steam. There's one image, but it doesn't show enough of their bodies. Because the way he draws his bodies, I kind of like modeled my own art style off of it. The way he shades his bodies. Fuck me, it's safe search bullshit. That's fucking me. How do you turn safe search off on Google? Why the fuck is safe search on? Like, this is... Oh, fuck off. Settings. More settings. This safe search bullshit. Fuck it. Right. Save search now off. Right, back there. Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights. Here we go. I'm not going to click F95 because... Oh, they come pre-censored too. That's nice. Which one should I pick? No, yeah, we need a naked one. They're not showing the naked. Because I need a naked one that I can just censor myself. Maybe if I type in hentai. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Yeah. Jesus, this is a great art style. This is a great art style. And it shows the musculature as well. Wonderful. Wonderful. How big an image is this? Oh shit, it's a video. Oh shit. Let's mute my desktop audio just in case. Yeah, this is good. This will do just fine. Error, you son of a bitch. How big is the image? Is it going to be big enough? It's kind of big enough. Oh, it's not. It doesn't really show what I need though. Shit. Whatever. We're just gonna... No. Damn, his art style's good. His art style's good. But I totally can't show most of it. This image will do. Then we're just going to censor it. Censor it massively. Lots of censoring going on around here. Okay, there we go. All right. By the way, the current Ella Superhuman banner came out March 31st, 2022. Devlog 34. That's about 1 year in. What did I write down on my months tracker? Yep, 1 year in. Perfect. Perfect. See, I remember things. I know what I'm talking about. Right, now let's pull this bitch up. This cunt's art style. This cunt, I think he has a great... Like, he doesn't do too much stuff. Like, I'm sad that he doesn't do too many games. But this guy's art style, it's still blurry. I couldn't find like a high-def image of it. But I think he has a great art style. Like, the way he draws his abs, and it doesn't really show what I want to say, but the way he does his brush strokes, the way he draws abs and boobs and all that, I kind of like modeled the way I draw like naked characters after him. Like, I think he like heavily emphasized. He also does gender bender stuff, which is nice. I think he only does one, but yeah, I kind of like modeled how I draw my naked characters, even to this day, over him. Like, his brushes are kind of messy, a little bit like mine, but I like that. I like the way he does it. So I'd recommend playing this game. For those of you who like gender bender, Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights, I'd recommend playing this game. You'll probably enjoy it. The art style is really good, better than mine. Yeah, and I kind of modeled my art after this guy's. Really good game. Really fucking good game. Well, actually, the game itself is it's not that good, but the art style is really good. Great art style. Great art style. This guy's a dude, by the way. But yeah. Yeah, for that. So that was just an aside. Another one of the inspirations for my game, my art style. So there's this one. Where to go? We got that one. Next up was, oh yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, I like the anime art style, but one of the problems I have with anime, and I say problem, but it doesn't actually bother me visually. Like I enjoy the anime art style a lot, but it's always struck me as odd that female noses are so fucking tiny. Like look at Tornado's nose. She's barely she's got like a dot and a bit of shading there, and he does more than most. Like even that little bit of shading is more than most anime does. But then you see Bang over here. He's got like he's got a full fucking nose. He's got a proper snog, schnoz. But it kind of always bothered me that female characters in anime they have like barely, and even a lot of male characters do this as well. Like I think the Solo leveling cunt, I think he barely has a nose either, because he's like one of the pretty boy type characters. But yeah, that always like kind of bothered me in anime, that some people have like fully defined noses, and then some people just have like the fucking line or the dot, and that always kind of like bothered me in anime. It just like small, like I think I have like a little bit of OCD kind of like tendencies, and like small things like that kind of like bother me a little bit. Like I don't like the inconsistency. It kind of like grates at my mind. And it's all right visually because I can just like, it doesn't usually register. So like when I'm watching it, I don't mind it. But when I'm drawing it, because drawing is such a slow process, it kind of digs into my brain a little bit. And so that's why I didn't go strictly anime. Oops. And then this is the final one. This Mary Jane. This is I saw this, like I think my art teacher in uni introduced me to this picture, and I just thought it was like an amazing design. Like I kind of based the design of Alice's eyes off this a little bit, and yeah, kind of like solved my problem about the noses. That you can still have, because I understand why anime does like small noses. It's because noses get in the way. Noses are hard to draw. They make things look ugly, and for me, that's also the case. My art, I think the noses make it look a little bit fucked. But like this kind of like showed me that you can have a good looking nose, you can have full fucking lips, and you can still have a good looking character. And this is kind of the main art style I modeled myself after. I couldn't really replicate it, as you can see with Ella. Like Ella obviously doesn't like compare to that. She's, as much as I love her, she's not on that same level. But yeah, I thought this thing was really beautiful, and this is kind of what I modeled my art style after. Even to this day. Not completely, because, at this point, 5 fucking years in, I've got my own art style at this point. It's, I think it's pretty unique to me. You don't really see a lot of people with art like mine, I don't think. In some aspects, I'm a little bit more mainstream than I used to be. Like, it's definitely less unique than this. But, yeah, I don't really think you see a lot of art like mine. But still, I still kind of model myself after this, just a little bit, because I just think it looks really good. I think it looks really nice. So yeah, that's the inspiration behind superhuman art. For those of you, I think I've been asked a few times, and I kind of gave like half-assed answers because I didn't really think about it. But yeah, those were the kind of core inspirations behind the art style I use. It's the guy that does Barghest from Fate Grand Daughter. Is that who does it? Well, he does a good job. Feminine features, Japanese love cute things, and a small nose and big eyes represents that. Yeah. I have a different problem with you. The anime chins kind of takes me out if I look at it too long, because they're pointy, right? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, anime does dirty on the nose department. Oddly enough, since I've been replaying Superhuman, I can say that Christie's nose in the old art style is cute. In the old art style, I feel like Christie's nose in the old art style is kind of fucked. Like, unless you mean like her front-facing version, her sprite nose, I think is kind of fucked. Her front-facing version, maybe not. I don't know. Michael is sculpted from a single slab of marble, just like in game. True. If you don't want to risk spoiling us, just post it in the spoiler channel in Discord. What do you mean? Spoil? What spoiler are we talking about? You put most of this information on your devlogs lol about my art inspiration. I might have. I can't remember. It's a genius plan. Look at Nyarlathotep from Demon Bane visual novel, one of my early 2000 crushes, and why I like a certain type of woman. Ooh, titties. And a scary face, but titties. I see. I understand. Damn. Man, she's fucking hot. Oh shit. Oh, she's got glasses. Damn. Yeah, that's a good look. It's a good look. One Punch Man is good. Shame there's no season 3. True. I just read the manga, so season 3 or not. Yeah. I hope they eventually release season 3. Yeah, true. What's the name of the game so we can see the uncensored version? Yeah, Demon Lord and the Guardian Knights. By Takeon Mello. Takeon Mello. That's his name. That does look pretty nice. And yeah, look it up yourselves. Get yourself a nice HD version so you can see what I mean. Like, he doesn't always do like the messy shading. Sometimes he does a more cleaner version of his shading, but for this game, for some reason, he he just put less effort in or something. I don't know. But I kind of do that as well, mostly because it's just quicker. I can't be stuff like smoothing out all the like rough paintbrush edges. It's too much work. But I think this guy kind of showed me that even with like messy brushes, it can still look good. And yeah. Spider-Man knee low-key looks like a giant boner. If I had a girlfriend like that, I'd probably be walking around with a giant boner as well. I'm not gonna lie. MJ looking good, especially her personality. True. Her personalities were looking pretty fucking good. Both I like them. It in a weird way. Talking about anime, you should add the shark teeth archetype. You know, the pointy teeth girl. Oh yeah. I haven't even thought about that. I could. Like, superhumans often take on like various monster aspects that they're turned by. So I could do it. Angelina and Christie's noses on their models still require some polishing though. I could say that. I think most of them need polishing. Now I feel your art style is slightly more anime-like, especially some new characters like the Spider Chick. I feel like the Spider Chick looks more anime-like because her eyes are black. Like, one of the art style things I usually do, I like to have dark bags under the eyes. Either it's eyeshadow, maybe it's just they're tired, I don't know. But I like to have like dark shading under the eyes. And since the Spider-Girl's eyes are pitch black, like it kind of like blends with that, so it makes her eyes look bigger than they actually are, I think. I think that's part of the anime aspect of that character. That said, does my art style look a little bit more anime-like? I could see it. I think I do my eyes a little bit smaller than I used to. Like Ella's eyes here are pretty fucking big. That's some pretty big fucking big eyes. I think her eyes these days are a little bit smaller, so a little bit less anime-like. But in some respects, I get what you mean. But it's still very unique. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you mean by unique. I mean, it's not like some like completely foreign like art style. Like, I feel like this is something you'd never see in any art style, just because this is probably not that good. But this kind of style is something you'd never see ever. I feel like maybe you'd see it somewhere, like like there's one person in the world who does something like this. But I feel like in general, this is something you'd never see anywhere. But my current art style, I think you probably see a little bit of it. You probably see a little bit. Like, you could probably mistake another artist for me on occasion. It probably doesn't happen a lot, but it probably happen a fair bit compared to like. But this, no one would ever mistake my art style. And I think everyone would be able to, if they see me before, I think everyone would be able to identify my art style like this. But my current art style, I think you'd be able to mix me up with other people more often. I think that's definitely the case. Why isn't he showing it to us? Because the titties are out, mate. The titties are out. Just a future LSH scene? Maybe. Even that Cat Darkness chick looks anime as hell, in my opinion. It's more of your side chicks who look anime. Does the cat girl look anime? I actually can't really remember. Let's have a look. Well, let's have a look. I'm trying to think if I remember where it is, but I'm pretty sure I do. It'd be under Dano. Cat girl, cat girl. You'd be in the side route, so it'd be after the fight. Where is it? I don't know, I've lost it. I can't remember where I put her. Scratch that. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe she is my enemy. I can't remember. I haven't seen her in ages. You said something similar about Nico having anime eyes. I feel like that's true. You mean her old style? Is that who you mean? I feel like her eyes were a little bit scuffed in my old drawing of Nico. I think it was a little bit scuffed. Yeah. Holy Heresy. Catgirl, don't you mean Foxgirl? Yes, Foxgirl. A lot of people on forums say that your early to mid art style looks very high effort Newgrounds Flash game you would see in 2000. Newgrounds Flash game. I don't know if that's true. I feel like... Actually, maybe I haven't played enough Newgrounds Flash games, but I feel like those looked very 2D. And I feel like my art style has always leaned more towards 3D, I think. Yeah, the dark, that's a dark kitsune. Yeah, I wasn't able to find it. Yeah, the cat darkness is fox, not a cat. Yeah, I get what you mean. Suicide Wang is very anime, very kawaii. True. Old Suwu. Got a single fact of the game wrong. Off with the head. True. Check the wiki, maybe to find it, maybe. Do I have the wiki? I'm not gonna do it. We'll see how hard. Kitsune, superhuman, weird world wiki. Nah, she ain't showing up. Actually, maybe I'll get rid of superhuman. Kitsune, weird world wiki. We've got monsters showing up. Yeah, I ain't got a list of monsters. Nah, fuck it. I ain't got time for that shit. We're already 2 hours in. I doubt it's in the wiki. I don't know. It's during the exploration part of the hour stuff. Should be after chaos. Yeah, around there. I had a look, but I couldn't be fucked. I ain't about to search the whole shit for it. Anyway, moving on. So, where were we up to? Yes, 15 months in, as confirmed, around 15 months in, because I drew it before I released it in the update. Oh, this is anime. Separate this. Call this inspirations. We'll get rid of that. Now, after this, and then Catgirl, since we're just talking about it. This I drew after I drew this. Because I felt like it was kind of like a middle ground, because I still was undecided about how far I would go with the new art style. So I drew one that was kind of like in between this one and my old art style, because I felt like this one was like a very drastic departure from my old art style. I felt like this one was slightly closer, and I actually ended up liking it better when I drew this. So this is, if this one was like 15 months, this would be like 16 months. Like I drew it like a while after. Actually, This one might have been. This one might have been even earlier. Because I'm pretty sure I drew this before I actually put it in the game. But whatever, we're just going to leave it. Actually, this will probably be about 14 months, actually. 13, maybe. Quite a little bit earlier. But we'll just leave it. I drew this a couple months afterwards as a... Yeah, as I said, like a bridge between this style. Between this style and this style. Kind of like a bridge between. And... Oops. And that kind of became like my art style going forward. I kind of like stuck to that bridge stage, and I'm still pretty happy with it to this day. Like you can kind of see my current art style in this, like the shading. You can see the brushes. The ribs are a little bit like too sticking out. The abs isn't very good. This is why I sometimes use AI to fix my abs. The boobs I think were pretty good. We can't really see them, but we see the underside. They look pretty good. The hands are pretty shit. But I just kind of covered them in fur, so who gives a fuck? And yeah, I think she looks pretty cute here, like a little cat girl. Yeah, I think she looks pretty cute here, and I was pretty happy when I first drew this. This is kind of this is what you could say is kind of like the next evolution of my art style. Like I'd say this and this are both the same art style. They never like kind of formally made it into the game. Except for this one, I suppose. But these two, this is like my, you could say level 2, my Super Saiyan 2 art style. If this is like a Super Saiyan 1, it would be Super Saiyan 2. This would be my second evolution of my art. And then this is the beginning of my third. My first journey into my third art style. My first attempt. Well, on to other things. Have you heard about Avatar leak or the drama around Sykkuno? I have heard of both. I heard that they changed all the OG voices for Avatar, which pisses me the fuck off. I think like losing like Sokka, and fucking Toph and Aang, like losing, like I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Maybe they do a good job. I don't know. But losing all those like classic voice actors, I think it's such a shame. I think it's such a shame. I really wish they kept the OG voice actors. This is one of the things I was most looking forward to, seeing them like part of the gang again. Like I knew they were older, so I thought they might change Aang's voice because Aang sounds very young. But I was kind of hoping that they just, because the guy who voices Aang is a guy, he's a dude, so he could just make his voice deeper. I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do for him to, because I imagine he aged up since he voiced the character as well, so he has a deeper voice as well. I feel like it's a massive shame that they didn't stick to the OG voice actors. I'm probably still going to watch the movie because I just really like Avatar. Avatar's a great show. But yeah, I was really disappointed that they got rid of like my memories, my childhood. Because I loved Avatar since the first episode came out on fucking Nickelodeon or whatever it was. I always loved Avatar. But yeah, real shame. I think they should have kept the old voice actors. Maybe some of them don't act anymore, but I'm pretty sure they all do. I'm pretty sure. Like I know Azula's voice actors. She's doing shit all the time. She's always voice acting. I don't know about Sokka. I'm pretty sure Toph's voice actor is still acting. I'm almost certain. Aang's voice actor, I'm pretty sure is still acting. I don't know about Katara or Zuko, but yeah, I feel like the ones that they could have got back, they should have got back. I think that's a shame that they didn't. As for Sykkuno, yeah, he like cheated on his girlfriend or some shit. I thought it was kind of like crazy how they blew that up, but I feel like he didn't really do anything really bad. Like cheating is not the best thing, but because yeah, I followed one of my the streamers, the few that I watch. I mainly watch the YouTube videos. Is like Lily Pichu and Disguised Toast, and I think they're because I'm Asian, they're Asian. So that's how that goes. But yeah, so I was quite aware of Sykkuno. I thought it was kind of funny, kind of cringe to be honest, but I thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, seems he got like a pretty hardcore fucked. Maybe he did something worse that I didn't hear about, but as far as I heard, he was just like he just cheated on his girlfriend, which is it's kind of sad, but you know, Oh, and apparently they didn't even ask the girlfriend before coming out, right? Like the journalist who covered it, the YouTube or whatever, didn't even like reach out, which is kind of fucked up. But yeah. Overall, I don't really give a fuck. If he loses his career, it's not like I was watching him anyway. Not like seriously. So it ain't really my problem. It ain't my problem. Sensor bars so big, looking like she got a dress on. Hey, I mean, I don't want to risk it. I feel like Ella's nipples are relatively large. I don't know. Yeah. This is the first step to late game art style, kind of. Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to say that I love your work as Superhuman. Since you uploaded the demo years ago, that I love it. It's been updated through the years. Hoping you can continue the good work. Thanks, Real Raiden. I appreciate you. Man, a player since the demo. That's an old school. That's an old cat. Damn. Glad you've stuck with me. Bro thought he was in an AVN. Yeah, true. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. He actually was like the anime harem protagonist. Except he actually does bang all the girls. God damn. That was kind of crazy. Talking about anime, you should add the shark... Oh, I just read that. Sucker's voice actor has a YouTube channel. Does he? They should have brought him back. I thought he was the funniest fuck. Chris and Jack is the name? Yeah. It's a shame. I thought Sucker's the funniest motherfucker out there. Funniest cunt. Anyway, yeah. About 16 months in. This was in the same update as this one, but I kind of like changed my art style. And I kind of like merged the two into one. And I'm pretty happy with that decision. I'm quite happy with how that went. Now, the more solidified version of Ella that I kind of like I've kind of like basically used right up until this point. I've changed it. Like for those of you who see the Patreon post, you're going to see it later up on this list up here. But this, I think, first version of her first showed up in the Daryl arc, the Battle of the Diamonds. So I think this is about 2 years in. So 24 months. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. But I think this happened about 2 years in. Because it would have... It's past the Valravan arc, past the hero introduction arc. And I think those took a few months each at least. And then I think there was another one in between then. And then we got to... Ella, as she is here. Old tree in the background, tree boy in the background. So I got him. And yeah, how did I decide to draw her? For one, the abs, for something that I drew back before AI became a thing, it's not bad. I mean, there's better abs out there I've drawn even by hand, but not bad. Her face, it's alright. I kind of like, in some ways I like this better, but this one was kind of like hard to replicate in the same way. In some ways, but in other ways I like this better. Her nose is a little bit weird. This has still got the old style of nose. I kind of transitioned it the way, I think I talked a bit about it when I drew Ira. So for those who want a more detailed explanation, you can go see the Ira drawing stream. I talked a bit about how I like transitioned my nose drawing method in that stream. But yeah, so she's still sporting the old nose. I hadn't updated that yet. Her lips are a little bit big. But her eyes are smaller, so slightly less anime. She's got the cross. For some reason, it is now upright. I can't remember why I changed that. Her cross is upright here as well, actually. When did I change that? It's upright here as well. I changed it here. So I changed her cross to upright. It's upright here. I changed her cross to upright really quick. Oh, okay. Damn. I changed that real fast. Damn, okay. Yeah, but yeah, so I think this is around the time, like, I was fully using 3D models at this point. Like, I wasn't doing basically, well, some things I drew 2D. There's things that I don't have a model of, I drew 2D, like monsters. Monsters are mostly pure 2D, except for the humanoid ones. But for a lot of the human characters, I was using 3D models at this point. So the anatomy is, generally speaking, more accurate to reality. The arms are about the right length. Hands, better. better. Legs, you don't really see your legs, so it don't really matter. But yeah, this is Ella's evolution. I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of don't like it looking at it now, but I was pretty happy with it about the time. And I think I'm pretty sure this is the first time this version of Ella showed up. This is Doll Ella, basically. May 16th, 2023. So about 2 years and 2 months in. Close enough. Fuck, my memory's good. God damn. I'm just guessing at this shit, and I'm getting it all. God damn. Yeah, so about 2 years in. Yeah, life's been rough, but tried to follow your work best I could. Oh, hope you're doing better, Real Raiden. Hope you're doing better. Guessing the OGs are far and few between. I just saw he streamed like a few hours after his last stream. I don't know. Like in terms of like people who speak on the stream, they're pretty far and few between. But you know, I've got a few oldies. Like Draco's been following for a while. Dom, when he shows up, he's been part of it for a while. You know, we've got a few. But since the very first demo, don't see a lot of that. Naga, I think old Fish Boy has been here for a while. Necro. Yeah. I just started playing recently, around the time when the MC was still searching for answers and got gangbanged in the diner. Searching for answers? Diner? I feel like that wasn't that recent. What diner are we talking about? Also, I found the Foxgirl image. It's NSFW. You'll have to censor it. I'm not going to show it. Oh, do I want to show it? It's so fucking tiny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's anime. I'm not attached to her being anime or not, so I'm not going to look at it. It's like a fucking 5 pixels. Tiny as fuck. It took too long, so it's past useful time, but yeah. Oh no. Oh, it's Neko. Sus links, mods banned extinct. Oh, true. Oh yeah, lucky extinct is the one who pasted it. Croco goth art. True. Scyther's an OG too. Oh yeah, I forgot about Scyther. Yeah, Scyther's been there for a while. Yeah, true. Extinct trying to pull Weirwood's IP. Shake my head. Yeah, well, I've got a VPN, so you can pull whatever you want. But got to fucking, you know. I've followed your work for a long time, Weirwood. It's just sad I never got to help me out. Oh, sorry, I don't. I'm mostly just doing. Generally speaking, even if you had offered, I probably wouldn't accept. Like some people, like a bit of coding help. I don't mind. Mostly from Dagama because I don't know why. I've known him a while. Like generally speaking, like a lot of people send me like friend requests on Discord and stuff, and try and reach out with message and stuff. Usually, I don't accept unless I like know you. If I know you, I recognize your name, I'd probably accept your friend request. Like Draco or Dom, or I don't know if I have Draco actually. I've got Dom. Yeah, people I recognize, I'll accept. But if I don't recognize your name, then I'm not accepting because I don't know who the fuck these people are. So generally speaking, if you've sent me a send request before and I haven't accepted, don't take it personally. I just haven't recognized you, so I generally don't accept. But yeah. I also generally even more strict. I don't usually accept help, just because I get like worried about the legal aspect of like copyright. Can they claim it afterwards after they've done this or that thing? Like I think with Dagama, he said he had it all like done in like Creative Commons royalty free kind of thing, and that kind of like settled my worries with that. But yeah, it's just a liability that I don't like exposing myself to. So I usually don't accept any kind of help from players. Generally speaking. Shush, it was recent, Widwood. It was recent. The diner where the 4 thugs come after him, ordered by Ardane. Yeah, true. Yeah, it just happened yesterday. I've been here for a week then, for sure. True. Here's a better image. I ain't that invested. Extinct. Yo, Osboy, where is Blue Bunny Samurai? He's still there. He's just covered by the boxes. Just getting cozy, you know. Got his blankets on. A bit more of supporting side. Oh, You mean like Patreon and stuff? Oh yeah, yeah. I I don't like asking people too much like in person. Like I always ask it at the end of the update. I say if you want to support blah blah blah, Patreon, etc., or market the game through reviews or comments or sharing it around and stuff like that. But I always, I don't know, I feel like a little bit uncomfortable doing it like through Patreon, like in Patreon, or like in like Discord, or in like personally sent messages by me. I don't know. I don't usually like asking people. Like I never ask my patrons to like subscribe to more or for higher tiers. I'm not sure why exactly. Like I know a lot of people do like what is it? They do like a support goal or something, like to buy a PC or to do this or do this or do that. A lot of people do that, and it's not like I'm morally opposed to it. Like I'm not at all, but I don't know why I don't do it. It's a little bit strange, and because like I still make those comments at the end of every update. I know maybe it feels like because it's like a generic like repeated comment that I just paste over and over again. I don't even paste; I just leave it there because the update message is just it's the same message, just I alter it slightly at the end of every update, like depending on the content. But yeah, I don't know. Something about it makes me feel a little bit more removed. I don't know, but I should have asked for more money because with the US dollar not being as great as it is, I'm earning a little bit less. It's been a little bit not hard, but a little bit less convenient, I think. But yeah, the basic concept is don't sweat it. I never ask it, especially from people who are kind of like struggling. I always try and say like support only when you've got like the extra money. It's like it's how like what do you call it? Like they treat a cup of coffee like if you got like kind of cash to spare, then yeah, chuck it my way. I appreciate it, but don't fuck yourself over like trying to like it's got kind of my same like view on pirating in a way. Like don't get me wrong, I view pirating as stealing. It's basically the same to me. I feel it about morally as bad. But that said, I'll pirate something. Like if I can't like afford something and it's available to pirate, I'll pirate. I'll just do that because it's fucking because I can. Because either I'm too poor, I don't have the money for that kind of thing, or it's just so much easier to pirate. Like I'll do it. But yeah, and I think it's kind of the same kind of view for like supporting on Patreon. It's like, if you've got the money, chuck it that way. But if you don't, just take the free version. Why not? Just take the freebie. It's there. It's so easy. And yeah, that's kind of my view. Even though, like I said, piracy is wrong. Like don't get me wrong, it's like a moral failing. Just sometimes I indulge in moral failings. It's probably a moral failing to buy from Amazon because of the fucking sneakers they've got slaves building or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's probably a moral failing in some way. Maybe not as much, but it's still probably a moral failing. But I'll still do it because of convenience. It's probably a moral failing to eat meat. To be real, you probably shouldn't be eating meat. I could survive by eating veggies if I really wanted to. I could survive. I could do that. But I don't. I'm not trying to be like the perfect moral figure person, whatever. That's not what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I'm accepting a little bit of compromise, and I think generally speaking, that's how people should like kind of view the Patreon thing as well. Just do it if you got the money, if you got the excess. Woodward has got Dom. Drew. Woodward about to get 101 friend requests after the stream now. I'm not going to recognize your name and I'm not going to fucking accept it. So watch yourself. Woodward has to ban friend requests now. Is that a thing? Can you turn that off in Discord? Actually, I might do that because I already get a fuckload. Yeah. Nah, you're literally a Catholic saint. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure Catholics compromise on their morals a little bit as well. But, well, maybe not the saints. Maybe not the saints. That's fair. Shouldn't be a step between Catgirl and the Battle of the Diamonds version. The one that had her final evolution and murked the hero agent. That was before. Actually, I should have got that image. Now that I think about it. Actually, let's pull that up. Because that happened before, actually. And it is a little bit of variation. What do we call it? Jake End? Or it might be Hero. No, it's not Jake. Hero. No, it's not here. I can't remember where I put it. Is it prison? Maybe it's prison. No, it's not prison. I can't remember where I put it. My labeling back in the day was a little bit less strict than it is now. So it's harder to find shit. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to in a new game, having things all like perfectly ordered. Wait, what the fuck did I call it? Maybe it's L. Maybe it's under Ella. Fuck, the Invasion had a lot of CGs. Jesus Christ. Right. Ah, here it is. True. Yeah, this is a bit of a variation. And I think it looks pretty cool. This would have been before then. Before Catgirl. Before this, yep. Before, not before this, I don't think. And I think it looks pretty good. Alright, let's pull it up. Right, so yeah, this happened about 12 months. I think I did this. This would probably be the refined version of my old art style. I think it looks pretty good because I wanted it to look a bit scary, but you can kind of see it is my old art style. Yeah, for sure. It's still kind of like reminiscent of this, just a little bit more refined. The abs are a little bit better, quite a bit better actually. The body proportions are a lot better, and yeah, I think I did it after this because I still, at this point, I wasn't like committed fully to doing this art style. I think I would have done this around the same time. This would be like maybe 13 months, 13 or 14 months, I think, around the Jake arc, I think. Say plus 13 months. And then this also like you can kind of see it's an evolution of my art style. Like it's kind of still reminiscent of Ella, of this version. It's still kind of reminiscent of that. A little bit different, a little bit. I try to make it a little bit more scary for like the scene, but it's still fairly categorized as my original art style. I'd still call this my original art style. So these two, same update. I drew it around the same time, about 13 months in. 13 to 14, I'd say. Actually, do I want to say 14? When did I say I drew this? This would have been 15 months. It might be even earlier. It might be even earlier than this, actually. I don't know. It could be... Did I draw this before I drew this? I can't remember, honestly. That level 5 art date was the February 25th. Oh, exactly 1 year. Exactly 1 year. Your devlog pretty much has the dates and pictures for when you added these. You were really on the ball with these. Level 5 art. I don't know, what do you mean I was on the ball? Like my devlogs had a lot of pictures or a lot of dates? What do you mean? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. But yeah, so I would have drawn this around the same time I drew this. This would be a little bit after, actually. Okay, so this would be almost exactly a year. This would be like 11 months and 11 and a half months. Yeah, plus 11 months, I'm going to say, because I would have released it after I drew it. So this would be plus 11 months. And yeah, I think it's still squarely categorized with this old art style. It's a better version, but I'd still call it the same art style. Yeah, for sure. Not gonna lie, the second link was a Rickroll. You motherfucker. See? We got a fun Weird World's blow up doll. True. True. Do blow up dolls even cost a lot of money? I don't even know. I was here since I had the choice between left and left because right didn't exist. I see. Oh, right. True. Well, I'd say I'm thinking about changing how that scene played out, but actually maybe not. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. I was so sad I had to go through the right instead of the left my first playthrough on the update Draco. Yeah, I want those choices to be more meaningful. Is what was basically my idea. How I'm going to do that, we'll see. I think when Superhuman came out, I was playing Ravager. I feel like you've mentioned that a few times, yeah. When I get a job, I'll subscribe to Patreon and ask for more hype moments and more. Yeah, please do. Sure. My wife told me this game was good, so I played it. Oh, really? Your wife got you into it? I feel like I knew you were married, Necro. I feel like we've talked about it a few times. But your wife actually introduced you to the game. I didn't know that. Yeah, that scene of Ella on her 5th trance was cool. Yeah, I think so. Like how all matter twist, too bad MC can't get that. Yeah, I feel like there's got to be some differences between Ella and MC. I feel like that's... You don't want them to be too similar. I want them to be similar, but I don't want them to be too similar. You got a summer job. Def making you take my money for a bit. Well, thanks, Real Raiden. Don't, like I said before, don't stress yourself. Don't fuck yourself over. Like I know people like say if you got the money for a cup of coffee, you got the money for this or that thing, but I don't really believe that's true. Like I feel like you shouldn't have to sacrifice like the small pleasures of your life just to do something, just to give money to something else. Like a lot of people say you should give to charity or whatever because you can, like, it's the price of a cup of fucking coffee every day. So you can afford that. But I feel like you shouldn't have to sacrifice the small pleasures of your life just to support something else. I feel like those kind of things are important. But, you know, if you've got the spare, I'll take it. But, you know, don't like fuck yourself over. Existing is a moral failing. True. Morals are all subjective. It's only a moral failing if you think it is. True. There's a societal, like there's the personal morals and there's societal morals, and those kind of exist differently. But I generally get what you mean. Oh yeah, I had posts from the 2020 in the Ravager thread. Damn, that was a long time ago. Yeah, it was. Fucking hell. I mean, 5 years isn't that long, to be fair. But it kind of feels like a lot in the world has happened since then. You know, with COVID and everything, it feels like the world has changed quite a bit. San Osboy Preacher of the Emus. True. Actually, 2019. Speaking of posts, lol, I am a hardcore lurker. Me chatting is the first time I've got involved. I'm just an avid enjoyer of the adult game. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you chatting. You know, I do get a bit of a chatterbox in my streams. It's kind of the point of it. I saw some people were a little bit upset with me last stream because I was chatting too much. And like, cause I think I've got like a stream discussion channel in my Discord. Some people were going a little bit fucking crazy, to be fair. But I think, you know, I did kind of put this off a few times, so I understand the anger, the annoyance, the frustration. That said, you guys got to watch yourself, right? I do see you, right? I do fucking see you. But I understand. It's right before MC went to prison. Yeah. That's what I was looking for in the Jake fucking thing. But no, it's Ella. That level 5 art for Ella. Oh yeah, I read that. And buff Ella was good. Was Ella ever buff? I mean, she's kind of like toned here. Not really that buff. But I do agree. We should have more buff Ella. Oh no. Convinced a friend to play Superhuman a couple of months ago. And he got to Ella's 5th evolution last night. Ooh. I appreciate that, Dragon Boy. I always like when people share my game. I always appreciate that. You kept track of them, as in you put them in the devlog when you were drawing them. Really? Like I put this image in the devlog, or like one of these images in the devlog. I can't remember. Did I used to do that? Maybe I should start doing that again. Like these days, I don't really put like previews of the actual updating. Like I don't really do that too often. Maybe I should start doing that. I wonder if that's something the patrons want. Like previews of the next update. I wonder if there's like a spoiler option, because I don't want to spoil people who don't want to be spoiled. There must be a spoiler option that Patreon like allows, where you have to click to see it. There must be. Yeah, maybe I'll start doing that again. If I did it before, I can't remember why it stopped. Maybe I should just do it as I start drawing them. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about that. Maybe I will start doing that again. Bro, check your itch comment section. It's a shit show, man. Is it? What are they saying? I haven't checked, to be honest, so I have no idea. Are they pissed? Is it the fucking what's his face? There's that cunt who kept calling Scyther a pedo, or Scyther kept calling him a pedo. I can't remember which one. Is that guy back? What's the shit show? The Joshy days were something else on itch. Lol. Yeah, Draco knows. Yeah, is he back? What's wrong with the itch comments? Scyther was on the warpath back in those days. True. What I saw was every people happy on the stream discussion chat after the last stream. They love to chat. True. I'm just gonna have to keep fucking chatting. I mean, I don't know if I should like say the purpose of the stream is basically the audience interaction. It's basically me just answering questions. That's the purpose of the stream, really. If we're being real, it's like so I don't have to like get too involved in like the Discord and stuff like that, because I don't like using Discord too much. But yeah, so the purpose is to like respond to like player feedback and interaction and stuff. That's kind of like the purpose. So it's on you if you're like sticking around. But that said, I did make certain promises that I kind of pushed back a few times. So that's how I. What the fuck was I saying? I just completely trailed off. I totally forgot what I was saying. Yes, they're in the lol. What, Joshy? That's how I'm finding them. Not gonna lie, I was having fun playing up the bit. Did you see the anti-Weird World propaganda I made in the stream discussion? Or do I have to have time to delete them and claim I never sent them? I might have seen them, I might not have. I can't remember, to be honest. I can't remember. I think he's back, yeah. You're not the only one. I forgot Itch existed. Yeah, a lot of people, like, Itch is my second biggest platform. Like, a lot of people download through Itch. Like, I think it might even be the biggest. Like, I'm not sure if it's bigger or not than F95. I think they're probably about comparable. So I appreciate the Itch guys, and I try to get the updates to them, when the upload done first. But yeah, I appreciate my Itch brothers. I just checked to see the update dates, but someone gone crazy in the comment section there. I'll have to check it out. Like, I think I've converted a few people over to Superhuman. And even when they're put off by the early art, I always tell them it's worth sticking through. I appreciate that, Cyber. I always love people spreading the love. Discovered Superhuman on F95. Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially my earlier people, discovered on F95 because it was the fucking flies. Because it was the first platform I think I put it up on F95. That was my OG, my original platform. So I think a lot of people discovered it through there. Just to see he's saying some crazy shit. Who's Joshy? Are you talking about Itch, Clover? Is that who you're talking about? I found the demo through Itch. Oh, you found it through Itch. But ever since that, they had to remodel stuff because of the mask. Yeah, mask card. Yeah. This is what I mean, Woodward. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna trust you, Draco, because I've known you for a bit. I am 18 and I want to continue. Cat girls. Oh, yeah. True. I did used to do that. Fuck me. I should start doing that again. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will. You found Superhuman on Itch when I itch my balls. True. From your Patreon. Keep on chatting, Weird World. Is that peace sign? I don't know what that means. But yes, as I do. Anyway, You say keep chatting, but I reached the end of the fucking chat, so now I have to go back to the goddamn art review. Righto. Yeah, so 11 months in. We'll call that. 12 months, according to Draco. Or I think like 12, 13. About 15. Around 15. Around 16. I made these around the same time, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I made this afterwards, but I'm pretty sure I made them around... Wait, no, I made this earlier, but I didn't post it until later. So this is probably a bit earlier. Yeah, this is probably about 13 months, 14 months. This is, yeah, about 16 months, I think. Yeah, 2 years in. Almost on the dot. I think it might be like 25 months, more than 24, but close enough. 2 years in. Old Ella. Oh, current Ella, we should say. Now, Ella Child. This is quite recent. I'd say even probably like 3 years in, 4. I'm not actually sure. No, this would be very recent. No, this we saw that. Did we first see this in the mum scene? That would have been last year. That would have been 4 years, I think. Actually, we've been doing it in months this whole time, so we're going to stick to months. Plus 48 months. Yeah, this has been last year or the year before. Because I'm pretty sure... Wait, no, this would be even... I'm going to go 56. Because, no, this is the camper Ella. But no, I drew her design before then. I designed her before then. Oh, I should have got the image of her and Thanos. That's the one I was actually thinking of when I was thinking about Child Ella. This one's very recent. This would be like 56 months. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it like captures Ella as she was. Not the most refined drawing, but I think it kind of like captures her while also like showing the difference that how she looked as a human. I think it's quite effective. I think it does a good job. Okay, let's see if I can find the Thanos, the one with her and Thanos, because I think I drew that a little bit earlier. Oh, quite a bit earlier. I think about a year earlier. Was it Orphan? I know we found it with Ella. Yeah, I think it was Orphan. No, it's not. Oh, no, it is. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. This one I drew, I think about... It was before the Monster World. After the Battle of the Diamonds. This would be about 3 years in. And yeah, I think this captured, like, it captures Ella, but like it differentiates her in her human self, I think, quite well. I think I was pretty happy with this. This is just a hospital gown, royalty-free hospital gown I found. It's nothing. I kind of like, the sleeves on it were a little bit scuffed on the royalty-free image I found, but so I kind of like liquefied it a bit, and it kind of looks a little bit fucked. But that aside from that, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think Thanos looks pretty good. Younger Thanos. I'd say this is about 36 months, I guess. About 3 years in. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 40 months. This would be about 36 months in for Kid Ella. That's what I'd say. I found itch before F95 lol. I did stuff backwards? No, a lot of people found through through itch. Like I said, it's my second biggest. So I found it when you originally posted it on TF Games. Oh, actually, yeah, TF Games. I think I posted the same time as around the same period as I posted on F95. I think I posted like the preview or the demo on F95 first, but then I also posted it on TF Games because I'm a TF Games enjoyer. I play games on that site, so I definitely use that site. I found it on Dick Games and have been getting updates from itch ever since. On Dick Games. Yeah, that I didn't post that there. Someone else posted that. Like Superhuman's up on a lot of these porn sites. Like it's just part of like the random collection. But it's the only ones I actually uploaded to myself were F95, TF Games, itch obviously, and Gamecore. I also actually Gamecore might be as big as F95 and Itch. Actually, Gamecore's. I think a lot of people play it through Gamecore. Now I think about it. But actually, I haven't checked it in a while, so maybe it's like not as much as it used to be. But yeah, so those are the ones. Yeah, Gamecore, F95, Itch, and TF Games. Those are the ones. And obviously Patreon, but you know. That's when MC and Emily went to her house. Yeah. Orphan. I can't remember why I called it Orphan. Oh yeah, because it's the orphanage. Ella's orphanage. Yeah, that's why I called it Orphan. Right before Indra Versailles. Oh, you're referring to... Yeah. Yo, new thing I can do. Announcement. Oh, true. Little Chainsaw Man reference. What is a Chainsaw Man reference? What are you referencing? Does this look like Chainsaw Man? Gamecore was funny as fuck. These people were mad because MC had black friends. A few on F95 were mad about that as well, actually. So, you know, we're not going to totally blame Gamecore for that. But, yeah, there was a few comments about that. A few comments that were mad that how unrealistic it was for Daryl to be that smart because, you know, he's black. So, you know, that was a pretty funny review I got. I think it got deleted, that review, actually. I think that one got deleted. But yeah, we appreciate you, my black-hating fan base. We don't really. But yeah, that was a bit weird. Now, my earlier message was with 2 fingers, reference to the second chapter of Chainsaw Man. I see. I don't get the... When does Chainsaw Man use 2 fingers? I don't understand the reference. I've watched it, but yeah, I'm not fully up to date. Anyway, moving on. 3 years. 4 years? Around? 4 and a bit years. 4.5 years. This, I think, is about 4 years. Yeah. The reason I wanted to include this one is because I'm still not a fan of how I do my side profile art. I'm still not entirely satisfied. I think I've gotten better. Like I recently drew one of Jill, and I think it looks really good. Not recently, I should say. It was actually a few months ago at this point. But you know, I have drawn a few side profiles now. Nico's got a good one. But yeah, up until recently, I've been not too happy with how the side profiles look, because like it's even for like real life humans, people look very different from the side. But for some reason, when it comes to art, it just amplified all the more. Like for seeing me from the front and me from the side, it's obviously very different. Like it like changes the appearance of the face like entirely, and that also happens in art. But I think it happens at like a magnified level when it happens to art. And so even though this Ella one doesn't look too bad, I'm still not much of a fan of it. I don't think I drew it as well as I could have. Like it's better than this shit. It's better than that. But I'm still not totally sold on it, on Ella's side profile. That said, I think I've gotten better, and I think I'm able to do it properly now. I think. But still not totally satisfied. This is one of the aspects I'd like to improve more on in drawing. Lexi's side profile was like, oh yeah, that's true. Lexi's one was great. Lexi had a great fuck side. To be honest, I couldn't believe I did it. I couldn't believe that I actually managed that. It didn't even take me that long either. But yeah, fuck me. That was a good one. Jill scene confirmed. Not well, maybe, but I wasn't like implying a sex scene. But Jill does appear next update, sure. More Nico scenes confirmed. Well, she appears next update. I'm not going to confirm any like sex-related content, but she does appear. And I get it here. That's the one who looks like anime. The other characters do. Her eyes are pretty big. I'm not exactly sure. Like her mouth is scuffed. Like I think that's one of the problems. Her mouth is scuffed. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by anime. I still feel like this feels a little bit too 3D to be anime. But I guess the eyes are a little bit big, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Alice side profile is cool too. Yeah, I did that one very early too. I think I designed Alice's side profile in the JCarc. And that's like... How long ago was that? That's like 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago. I did Alice's side profile a long time ago, and it still holds up. Like, sometimes I just get lucky. Unironically, some of my characters, I just get lucky. They just appear, like they don't even take that long. They just starts out good. Just starts as a good fucking job. Yeah, and Alice back in the day, back in the JCarc, some 3 years ago, I think it was one of them. I think Ira actually was lucky as well. Like, usually when I'm drawing a face of a character I want to be pretty, it takes a little bit longer to get it right. Especially with the hair. Like Ira's hair, I couldn't believe I got that like in one go. Like I refined it a little bit after off stream, a little bit. But it's basically the same as it was on stream. I got a little bit lucky with that, to be honest. And sometimes I just get lucky. But to be honest, Lexi is always hot from all sides. Sometimes. The lips, her eyes, and the ponytail. Yeah, I like Lexi's ponytail, but her ponytail from the front looks a little bit weird. I kind of have it like hanging over her shoulder, but I still think it looks a little bit weird. But from the side, I think it looks a lot more natural. A lot more natural. She's got like kind of, it's not like a tight ponytail like at the back of her head. It's like kind of like her hair falls out and then like converges into the ponytail. She gives it a little bit of room to breathe, you know. And I think that's a pretty cool ponytail style. I think it's a good way to do it. I love the side profiles in the monster world of Amber and Liz were beautiful. Amber and Liz, eh? I agree, but I still think they look too different from their like base designs. That's the problem. Like, I can do side profiles. I can do it. But the problem is making the side profiles actually match the overall like visual of the character. Like, I agree, Amber and maybe Liz's too. Well, they're twins, so they should be similar, but the hair is different. I agree that both their side profiles they're quite pretty. But I feel like they kind of diverge from like the front facing a little bit too much, a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. And it kind of disturbs me a little bit. But I agree. I agree generally. Even the expression was great. Yeah, I think that cool, like that kind of a cold expression with the glowing eyes, I thought that was sick as fuck. Before Daryl was mogging Daryl. What does that mean? He was buffer. I mean, he's still buffer. Had added the picture to wiki. I was shook when I saw it. Oh, the old weird one. Oh shit, fuck me. The old weird world of wiki. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick. That's pretty fucking sick. It does look a little bit different from her front-facing profile, and that does bother me a bit as well, to be honest. But I think it looks really cool. I think it just does the job. Not everything has to be perfectly consistent, but the only thing that looks a bit weird with her boobs, yeah, I'm fine with it. The side profiles have gotten so much better over the years. Yeah, they have gotten a bit better. If we're comparing like this to fucking this, I mean, let's be real. One's obviously better. This, I'd say, about 3 years in. No, let's say plus 40 months. Maybe 45. I can't remember when I did this update. Plus 40 months in. Around then. Could be more like 42. Let's go 42. Plus 42 months in. Pretty good. Not satisfied. Like, if I'm gonna redo Ella's side profile. Oh, have I already done it? I don't think I have. Well, maybe I have. I can't remember. I don't think I've done her side profile yet. But this probably isn't satisfying me. I might like keep some of it, like the nose is fine. The eyes are kind of fine. I'd have to adjust it, but the hair definitely needs fixing. Like I don't like how it's like curved here. It doesn't even hang down here. It should hang down here at least. But yeah, not satisfying. But we accept it. Gidella. Oh yeah, this is before her as well. Yeah, what do we call it? Fleshlight Ella. This one is pretty good. Oh yeah, this shows off like the kind of change of the nose style. Like I talked about this when I drew Ira's nose. I kind of decided to change the nose style from like here it's kind of like more like a triangle. This one kind of emphasizes the nostrils a little bit more. And generally speaking, I like the makeup as well. I think generally the collarbone's nice, and the neckline without actually showing the neck. I think it's pretty good. Cleavage, not bad. We don't see the full tits, but you know, yeah, not bad. Fleshlight Ella, pretty good. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how I like my new noses a lot better. I've always struggled with noses, if I'm being honest. I've always struggled with noses. I always feel like the character looks good until I get around to the nose. That's when things start going wrong. And but like a year ago, maybe a bit less, I kind of like cracked how I want my noses to be, where I feel like they're no longer something that makes my characters uglier than they were before. So I'm quite happy with how I do noses. They're more generic than my old noses. Like, where the fuck is it? Yeah, like a nose like this, you're probably never going to see in artist draw because well, for one, it's not how noses look, and it just doesn't look that good. So it was more unique, but I still like this nose type better. I just think it looks better. I think it's just a better design. Now, I also think the lips look pretty good. This is when I started doing like a little bit more smudgy lips, and I'm happy with that. I started doing that. Now, when did I do it? It would have been a little bit after this update, so I'd say about plus 45 months. Plus 45. About there. Pretty good. Pretty happy. This is about closing into how I want Ella to properly look now. This is about... We're getting there. We're getting at this point. You didn't finish my message. I was saying because Daryl and Michael were finally looking handsome on their side, Daryl stopped mogging Daryl. Oh, because Daryl looked fucked and Daryl looked actually normal. True. No, that's fair. Daryl's kind of still looks fucked, but I feel like I like the way his expression is. Like the way he expresses his emotions. I think his design is actually one of the ones I'm probably going to keep for 1.0. I'm not going to change Daryl too much. I might change him a little bit. Like Daryl's eyes are too big to be realistic, if we're being real, and his mouth is too wide. But I'm probably not going to reduce it very much, if at all, because I kind of like how, like, the way his expressions work makes him look very happy, and I think that suits the character like really, really well. So yeah, I might shrink his mouth a little bit. I might shrink his eyes a little bit, but aside from that, I think Daryl's going to stay mostly the same because I'm quite happy. As for Michael's side profile looks pretty good. I think someone said that before, and I agree. And Michael's overall design, like as he appears, like in his most recent appearances, like before he got kicked, to the sky, I think he looks pretty fine. His hair is still a bit 2D. I haven't really redone his hair much, but I think I'm going to leave Michael mostly the same. We're going to fix babyface Michael from the early updates, but he's not going to look too much different from how he looked at the end of the Monster World. She look in two ways. I wonder why. True. MC Dick feels so good. Hey, what's over there? True. She hidden a major goon face. That is kind of the point. Yes. On the topic of design, are you updating the sprite art for 1.0? Oh yeah. The sprite art's going to be the main thing that gets updated more than anything else. I mean everything else as well, but yeah, sprite especially is getting updated for everyone. So yeah, 42, 45. What's this one? Oh, this one would be towards the end. I can't remember if it happened after this one. I feel like it did. I feel like it had to. No, it definitely had. This happens in the sea world. So this would be. This is just a guess. I'm just guessing at this point. 48, 50 months. About there. About there. And this is where Ella's design has kind of like solidified for me. This is where I'm kind of happy with where she's at. She's got the nose, my new nose design. Her lips, they could be better. But I'm mostly... The lips are getting a bit of a change. The piercing's fine. The boobs, neck, collar and stuff are fine. The hair is fine. The eyes are fine. The makeup's fine. This is about where my current... This is where my current Ella basically is. This is basically how I want it to look. This is how she looks in my mind. I'm pretty happy with it. Daryl is goofy looking, but he's very iconic. Daryl must have took all the handsome genes, though, so please make Daryl less weird looking. Yeah, he does look a bit goofy, but I don't want to change him too much. I kind of like the way he expresses things. But yeah, he might get a few small changes. Like I said, smaller eyes and a slightly smaller mouth. Yeah, there's not too much to say about it, to be honest. Yeah, it's just, this is about where it's at. This is about where we're at. And then we have the one I posted on Patreon. The last one, the most recent. The today art as it has been done. Plus, it's been 5 years now, so 60 months around, I don't know. Plus 60 months. The newest version of Ella. Her redesign. I guess we can talk about it a little bit. A little bit blurry because, you know, I didn't make the image that big. I did keep her nipples slightly visible through her top. Just because, you know, I got rid of her on most characters, but I feel like I should keep it on Ella at the very least. I don't know if I'm going to make her cross upside down again. I don't know if I'm going to. I feel like maybe I will. But I'm not convinced. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I basically kept all the core designs. I added a bit of extra flair to her top. Like, I feel like her top was just very plain. So a few studs and a bit of a neck thing here. That wasn't there. Before this was just a solid curve. I thought that was a little bit plain. So I added a bit of stuff about that. Then her skirt gave her a zip because that's hot, and I saw it on a royalty-free image, so I kind of stole that. The belt is the same, just a little bit more detail. Stockings, same, just the same texture, I'm pretty sure. Like, I have a cross texture that I just put over skin and then liquefy it a bit. It's basically the same. Boot texture, got this from a royalty-free image as well. Pretty hot, pretty cool, pretty happy with how it looks. I think, I don't like adding too much complexity to designs of characters that fight a lot. I don't really like doing that. For Ella, I'll do it a little bit because Ella's going to shapeshift as she fights, so it doesn't really matter. it don't matter too much. But yeah, I think this level of complexity, even if I were to have a fight like this, it wouldn't add too much workload for me. It's one of the reasons that I keep the MC simple. It's why I keep Michael simple. It's why I keep Alice's outfit simple. Same for Liz and Amber. It's because if I ever want them in fights, they're easy to draw without having to add too much like little tiny fucking details. Because that kind of like effort can stack up. I can just ignore them, and sometimes I do for some characters. But that kind of thing can stack up. It's why Melody's outfit and like a lot of the outfits are kind of like simple and superhuman. Like there's images, like some outfits I have in Superhuman, a lot of them are based on royalty-free images. Like, I basically just steal some cunt's jacket. And I think I showed this a little bit in Ira's drawing. I just steal some cunt's jacket and just put it on a superhuman character. That's basically what I do. But a lot of times I have to tone it down because a lot of the real-life things have too many seams, too many bits and bobs and details and shit that kind of, like, overcomplicate the design and make it difficult if I ever want them fighting. So I kind of like try and stay away from that. I try and stay away from that. But for some people, like who's the most complicated design character I have? Lucius has a bit of a design. There's a bit of work on his design. But then I could just get rid of his jacket when I want him fighting, and that would simplify him massively. Who else? Lexi's design is a little bit. Well, her body is very simple because it's just a skin tight suit. So, but her armor and her boots and stuff, and that's a little bit complicated and a little bit annoying to draw in a fight. She doesn't move a whole lot when she fights because she's basically controlling her iron, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Nico's very simple. Malik's very simple. Varavan is very complicated, but I wish I could show you, but do I have it? No, I don't have it. But what made Varavan easy, in a way, is that his head is just a 3D model that I move around. It's like I found like a helmet, and I just add a texture on top, and I could have his head at basically any angle I want, because I just got that medieval helmet 3D model. So that's really useful to me. But that said, his body is a bit complicated. Yeah. Other than that, I think most characters are pretty simple, I think. Please post a picture of Ella from the upcoming update. I'm going to do that at the end. After we finish talking about this, we're going to show, like I promised, a little bit of a preview. And I'll post that on Patreon as well. It was really good to see the evolution of the art. The art is peak now. I don't know about peak, but I think I've made a bit of progress over my 5 years, my 60 months. I think I've made a bit of progress. Are we getting leaks now? Keep them coming. Weirdwood, I'm starving for the next update. This isn't a leak. I mean, this is already released. Feed us, Weirdwood. The waiting is killing me, bro. Yeah. Henry for the colors, maybe? No. Henry looks complicated because of colors, but really, that's just the texture. Like, his suit is just a regular suit. And then I put a texture on top of it with patterns that I found on, I think it was Unsplash or Pixels. I can't remember. But Henry's, his colors all come from just the textures, the texture I'm using. So Henry's actually quite simple. He also doesn't move much when he fights. So that also helps. But yeah, Henry's fairly straightforward. Lucius would kill you if you took away his jacket. I mean, it's not going to lose it. It's just, he just takes it off when he's scrapping, She looks amazing. Birds are easier than humans. Not really. Not. I mean, kind of. I mean, it depends on what kind of bird. Oh, Varavan's a good example of royalty free, actually. His side and 3/4 angle is actually from a bird skull I found on Unsplash. I'm pretty sure. Like, his front angle is just like normally drawn. But yeah, his side one I think is, or the 3/4 one is a bird skull I found on Unsplash. Bird supremacy, true. Show it on stream for 0.1 seconds and instantly delete the VOD, true. Kill everyone in chat to erase their evidence. Maybe. Damn Ella. Yeah. Had to censor her a bit, but yeah. So I haven't really talked about her naked version. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the abs. I can't remember if I used AI on this abs. They look very simplistic, so I'm getting the feeling I probably didn't. Like, you can kind of see the paintbrushes I use. Quite common. So this might have been like might it be hand-drawn abs, actually? Interesting. Yeah, so abs are pretty good. Her boobs are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with her boobs. It's a shame you can't really see them, but I'm pretty happy with her boobs. I think I talked about a while ago, a few streams ago, that her boobs are going to change depending on the situation because, shapeshifter, she likes to switch around her body a lot. So, don't get like too attached because her boobs will change. But I'm pretty happy with how they are as of right now. Her armpit is a little bit strange, but I don't really know how to draw armpits, to be honest. Like, I've seen like armpit pussy hentai, where they kind of like make it look like a pussy kind of thing. But I haven't like studied how to actually do that myself. So it's basically just me squiggling a line there just to like imply the crease. I don't really understand how it works or what I'm doing with that. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Hand, I think the hand is pretty good as far as hands go. Like, it's fine. It's nothing special, but it's fine. It does the job. Her face, I'm very happy with it. Like, I like this. Like, her hair is kind of like hanging a little bit, but then falls back behind her shoulder. I like that design. I kind of showed her like with the hair forward as well, like when it's not like fully behind her back. But I kind of like the behind the back version. This is how Ella's been for a while now. She started with her hair like hanging forward. That's how she started. But like recently, or like a few years ago, I moved it to like it's behind her back, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. She'll go back and forth between them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the hair looks. Yeah, like it's a little bit. You can kind of still see my brush strokes a little bit too much, maybe. But I don't mind that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Her nose, it's my new nose, basically similar to Ira's a little bit. Maybe a little bit different, but mostly the same as Ira's. Piercings are nice. I like the piercings. Her lips as well. Like I've been liking the smudgy type lips a little bit more, and so I've been trying to do that a bit. And I think Ella's lips look really good here. I think it's not too big like her earlier ones. Like I think I'll show you. Not this one. Not this one. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's here. Yeah, you see her lips are like kind of huge here. Like not just like thick, they're also like really wide. I like this more like minimalist kind of lips. And I think the lighting on it is really good as well. I'm quite happy with how I did that. The shading is a bit messy. You can kind of see it like under the eyes, but I kind of like that. I feel like it kind of adds to her. And I think her eyes are really nice. I think I'm very happy with how her eyes turned out. I'm quite happy with that. But and her makeup is fine. Her makeup is basically the same. It's just a few lines of black with a little bit of highlight on some of them. Nothing special there. Eyebrows are fine. They're just a bit of hair. Nothing too special about that. But I think her face overall, I'm very happy with the updated design of her face. This is my current Ella, and this is probably my favorite version of Ella, which it should be because it's my most recent. You'd hope that I'd learned a bit, but yeah. Yeah, this art is awesome. You made her look really confident. Yeah, in this one, that's just about expression, really. Like in this one, she doesn't look that confident. She looks just kind of neutral, a little bit surprised actually. But this one, yeah, she's obviously very confident. Usually, I like for most of the body, I just make it one single layer because having a lot of layers is a pain in the ass. So I'll have like the naked layer, the closed layer, the arms layer. But the face, that's when the real layers come in. There's a separate hair layer. I think we saw bold Lexi. Like, I didn't used to do characters bold and then draw hair on top. I used to just draw the characters with their hair as is. Like, I think I'd say like 70% of I only started doing this recently, drawing the hair on separate layers. So I think like most of my characters still have their hair attached, which is inconvenient for me. But yeah, but these days I have the hair layer. I have this shadow layer because that exists as an overlay, not just as a normal layer. Then I have the eyes as a separate layer. I have the base eyes. Then I have the pupil. Then I have the lids, which I can make lower or higher. I like to keep the face very modular. And then I have the different like expressions of the mouth. I like to keep the face like quite modular. So like it makes it easier to change expressions. Because back in the day, and even with some of my more recent like drawings, especially for the low effort ones, I don't make it as modular because I feel like I'm just not going to get that much use out of it, and it's a pain in the ass to do. But for an important character like Ella, this is all piece by piece by piece. Everything here is a piece. The piercings are a piece. The nose is a piece. The base face is a piece. All that's like all in pieces. And that's I can't remember if Alice I drew a while ago, like her new design. So I can't remember if she's like fully piece by piece. But like all my newer drawings, like Ira, like who else? Melody, like a lot of my newer drawings, I draw them bold first, and then I draw the hair on top, and then all the pieces on top on separate layers, so I can kind of like switch them around, I don't do it for every angle. For like CG, like a top-down view, a unique angle, I don't really do it like as modular because there's no real need. But for a front-facing, a 3/4 thing, a side profile, I'll keep it very modular. The brush strokes are what make it unique. It's a nice touch, is it? A lot of people prefer like a smoother drawing experience. One that's... Because I feel like brushstrokes can be a slightly immersion breaking as well. Like sometimes it's just part of the thing and people don't notice it. But brushstrokes can also sometimes be a little bit of immersion breaking. And so some people prefer like a smoother, a better rendered image. Like I think a lot of the professional artists like Jazza, like Sam Does Art, I think they render a little bit more than I do. And by render I just mean like blending the brush into the greater image. Although sometimes I see them do less rendered versions, and I don't necessarily think they look bad. Yeah, but sometimes I wonder if I'd get better results if I got rid of all these brushes. Like you can see a lot of like the shit I do here. Like this is obviously not natural. Like this is obviously, you can kind of see the inconsistency in the brush. Like you can see I've got, then I've done one like that, and then like this, and then you can kind of see this here. You can kind of see like the results of my brush if you look closely enough. But that said, even if it did like pull people out of it, or like especially on these ribs, like you can properly see it here, like where my brush is. But even if it was a problem, I don't know if it's worth the time to fix, and I don't know if it even is a problem in the first place. Like some people will like it better. Like it's not real life; it is a fucking drawing, and people know it's a fucking drawing. But for some people, it also probably takes them out a bit of the experience, in a way that like a Daz game might not. That said, as I was saying earlier, even if it was a problem, I don't think it's something I'd ever fix, because fully rendering something is just such a pain in the ass. Like getting to that AI level, like AI always fully perfectly renders something. Like I think it's one of the things that makes it so recognizable to people. How it's got like it's all like perfectly blended. The lighting's perfect. Everything about it's perfect. And I think that kind of like puts people off. To get to that level, it would take me so much longer to draw, like so much more time on every single image, that if I were to even try and get half that level, it'd be such a pain in the ass. So yeah, it's probably, if we're being real, I'm probably going to stick to this unless I get like massively faster somehow. I'm probably just going to stick to this. Like you can see here on the forearm, it's kind of like visible on the elbow joint. It's kind of visible. Yeah. But I think it looks good. I'm very happy with this final result. I'm very happy with it. I like brushes. Too smooth is boring. Yeah, I think a lot of people view that as well. I think they like things that are too finely rendered get a little bit less interesting. Boobs. True, there are a little bit of boobs here. Does Ella do her makeup up like that, or does she just shape her skin to look like... Everything Ella does is shapeshift. Her clothes, everything. She's like the MC. It's all just shapeshift. She's basically naked all the time. Yeah, people don't like that AI level for a reason. Yeah, I think so too. But that said, it depends. Like some artists can do it properly. Like they have like AI art didn't come out of just fucking nowhere. They came by copying like pro level artists, and a lot of pro level artists can do that perfect rendering really well, and it makes their images look better. Like if they tried to draw my images, it'd just look better than mine. We can be real about that. It'd just look better. But yeah, that's true. It is something about AI that does piss people off. Just because I feel like they can't really capture what the real artists can do. That's why brushstrokes add character. They do sometimes. They do, but I feel like we're being a little bit we're like leaning in to how the art is currently. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but yeah, like I said, I just like top level artists do that perfect, immaculate rendering. That AI does about to the same level as AI. They do that immaculate rendering. But I feel like AI's kind of fucked them over in a little bit, because I feel like whenever a super elite artist does that now, everyone always kind of suspects them of being AI at this point. Like you see like a lot of people that are like just they're just top level artists that naturally do that kind of thing because they're so experienced, they can do it so fast. But now with AI, it's kind of like fucked them over, where everyone's like kind of suspicious of them. It's kind of a bit sad, but yeah. You know. Nico is also bald, yes, but her bald head is a little bit scuffed. Like it's not right. Like Lexi's bald head is actually kind of the right shape. Like it kind of looks about right. That's why I posted to her. But Lexi's bald head, Nico's bald head is kind of like, it's very small. Like like she has a small brain. But yeah. So Nico's bald self is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Ella's been mewing, yeah, a little bit. That's why her mouth is a little bit smaller. I think her chin looks pretty good as well. I don't think mods can untime out. At least I have never found a way. Mod in other streams. What? Did you time out someone? Why did you time out someone? Was he doing some crazy shit? No. Just opened the live, and is that Ella's updated sprite? Jesus Christ, dropped to my knees at Walmart. This is indeed Ella's updated sprite. You are correct. Not the 3/4 one, but her front-facing one. This is correct. We all dropped to our knees in the presence of our queen. True. Bowing down to the superior mod. Lexi 2, basically. Lexi 2. Lexi what? What was I talking about? What are you referring to? Though I think her clothes are real material compared to the MC. Her battle suit. Oh right. Oh yeah. You mean the clothes are made all out of their powers? For Lexi, her armor is it her powers? I haven't really said it in game. I might have like implied something. Haven't really said it. It might be. I'm not gonna totally confirm. I think her wedding dress, I think I said was something like that. But I don't even know if I stand by that. I don't even know if I stand by that, to be honest. Small brain checks out for Nico. Thinks the sun can fix everything, and it failed both times. True. Well, I mean, she's killed a few people in the sun. Did she kill the Sylar in the sun? The Sylat in the sun? Yeah. I might have to reconsider how I rank Ella right now. Well, the other character's going to get a bit of a design as well. But, yeah. Nico's small brain confirmed. She is stupid then. Well, her scalp shape suggests that, but I don't know if that's actually true. I was testing timeout stuff. Nothing happened. Okay. I said 800 million slurs. You son of a bitch. She said she made her wedding dress with her powers. Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know if I stick by that. Because for iron to be liquid, I think it needs to be hot. I think. So I don't know if I stick by that. I suppose there could be a super thin sheet of iron, maybe. I don't know. No. Because it's not like totally a liquid, it is a solid. I don't know what it would require to be flexible like that. Maybe she can just do it with her powers to make it flexible like that. I don't know. Wasn't her dress made of iron? She told the MC, yeah. Oh, I get it. She tried to impress MC with a lie, yeah. Well, Lexi is hot, so there's justification for her powers. True. FMC will get the Ella art treatment too. Something like that. FMC won't change too much from how she's already appeared in like the horse scene. She's not going to change that much. But she'll get a new 3D sprite, she'll get a new cheerleader version, etc, etc. Also, she fixed her armor when she burst her blood to free herself from Ella. Fixed her armor to burst her blood to free herself from Ella. In the very first fight? That could be true. I can't remember. Yeah, she can fix her armor. I don't know if she made it her armor. What Lexi does usually is control iron. She doesn't usually create iron. But that said, she can create iron. I don't know how much I expand on this in the game. So yeah, I don't know. But then again, she brings iron from her body, so there's that. Can she create it from nothing? I don't know. I feel like I should expand more on Lexi's power. There hasn't really been a need because she hasn't really gotten a serious fight. So it's not like something I need to go back and do. But if I ever give her a fight in the future, I'm probably going to expand a bit on her powers more, how they work. Like, is she generating iron from nothing? Is she just controlling it? I mean, she does control it. But is that all she can do? How much can she generate? I've largely decided on all of this and have written various things about it. But we'll see. We'll talk about that when we get around to it. During the park fight when Ella invaded Hero Base. Yeah. Oh, the park fight. When Ella invaded Hero Base? You mean when she was like running? Or do you mean like at the after during the Kenny fight? She used her blood iron to free herself? Like in the Kenny fight, I think you mean. I don't think Ella was invading Hero's base during the Kenny fight. That's why she has the piercing. Yeah, it's outlets or something. Yeah, from the iron going crazy inside her blood. Yeah. I hope those genderbender roots are optional. Yeah, all the like fetish stuff is optional. Like trap, genderbender, futa, NTR, all that stuff is optional. It's optional. Watch GB. I missed part of the stream. Genderbender, I think. Right. Also, you defended Jared being worst character, but he went after Charlie. What did I say to defend Jared? I can't remember. To be honest, I can't fucking remember. As for him going after Charlie, how old is Charlie again? Is she 16? How old is Jared? I don't know what the age difference is. I don't know how bad that is or not. But basically, I think I kind of, in terms of Jared, I think I kind of like threw the book at him in terms of like bad traits, maybe in a slightly two-dimensional kind of way. Like the intent for Jared wasn't like to make him like an actual pedophile. Like he's not an actual pedophile. Like I don't know if you guys ever experienced this like in high school or uni, but there's always these cunts who like they kind of like they're like college guys who like want to like date like high school girls. Like they like drive around like with their fucking car because no one has a fucking car in high school. You know, and then like they're like hanging around some of the high school. They invite the high school girls to like the college parties and shit, and stuff like that. It's not like a super common thing, but I feel like people probably know one or two people like that. And that's the kind of thing that Jared was based off of. He's like the kind of cunt who like drives his fancy car by a high school to pick up like the seniors. Yeah, I feel like and he like invites them to the college parties to get fucked up. Like I don't know if I necessarily, if I like wanted him to be like an actual pedophile, that kind of thing. I might clarify that in the update. I might not. I don't know if it really matters or if I really care. But, yeah. That said, pretty sure Charlie's like 15 or 16, so that's a bit young. That's not a senior. That's a, what do they call it in America? Is that a junior, freshman? I don't know what the ranks are. So yeah. Although Charlie, was I going to up her age, or I can't remember. I feel like I was going to up her age for some reason, make her like 15 at the start of the story, then turn 16 or something. I can't remember. But yeah. Future is so optional that there haven't been any more since Cheerleader. True, sadly. Yeah, I do want to add like a Futa character though. I do want to add a Futa character, like a character who's actually like, not like optionally. That it's just Futa, just straight up Futa. Obviously, you'll get to choose whether or not you fuck this person. But you know, I've been meaning to add some more Futa content. I'm saying the park fight and the hero base because Ella sends Lexi through the wall with her tentacles, and she uses her iron to break the tentacles. Oh, alright. Oh, so in like both fights, you mean? Yeah, okay. My Futa MC being forgotten. True. Oh, definitely. Even in high school, those seniors that try to hook up with freshmen. Like within high school, I have less of a problem with that. Like, it's kind of weird if you're like specifically trying to do it, but I feel like when you're hanging around like people, like that kind of thing just tends to happen. You find someone attractive, you're spending a lot of time with them. It kind of just happens. But I think it's a little bit different when you're already outside of high school. You're like past that phase of life. You're not really a kid anymore. Like you're out in the real world, and then you intentionally go back to high school. Like maybe it's different if you like have friends there, like you still have friends from like lower years and you just want to hang out. But if you're like going there to pick up chicks, show off your car because you know you're a adult now, you can drive and you can do all that shit. Yeah, flash your money because maybe you got a job, you got a bit of money, and then you're going after the high school girls like that. I feel like that's a little bit weird. Also inviting like high school girls to like college parties, I think that's a little bit weird as well. I think that's a little bit different. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but you know, I do think it's a little bit sus. A little bit sus. Would be funny to have a scene where Jared hits on Charlie, realizes her age and is horrified, even Joker hates pedophiles moment. I could do. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's really necessary to change him too much. But I do feel like maybe I kind of like oversold the level of interest he has in like young people, in teens and such. Also, I don't even know how old I think Jared is. I think Jared's around Jess's age. I think. So what would that be, like 20? Now, maybe 21? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe now he's 21. I don't know. But, yeah, Jared would be fairly young, I think. Yeah, that used to be a thing in the US back in the 80s and shit. Yeah. I feel like it still happens. Maybe not in the US. Maybe. Like, it's not like a super common thing. But I feel like I noticed it more in university than I did in high school. Like, in my own high school, I don't think I noticed it too much. Like, some of the girls I knew, I think, dated guys in college. Well, for sure. I know at least one. And I'm pretty sure a few others. But I didn't really interact with them too much, so it kind of like slipped past my mind. I feel like it's when I went to university that I kind of saw it a little bit more. And you know, they're not like super terrible people or anything, but they're just a little bit weird. Just a little bit weird. Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused is Jared. I haven't seen the movie. Maybe. In college, you see a fuck ton of high schoolers and parties, screwing the fucking vibe. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Charlie was 16, but over the course of the Monster World arc, she's probably 17 and a half. Was she 16? I wasn't sure if she was 16 or 15. I can't remember. No, I think she was 16. You were going to make Charlie a very literate sperm cell. True. Freshman is 14 to 15. Sophomore is 15 to 16. What's after sophomore? Junior? Is that where junior comes? Futa is going to be Weird World self-insert. True. So we won't be able to choose so that Futa character will be an actual girl, like we can choose Demi to be a girl. It won't be a choice like Demi. The character will actually be Futa. They'll be default Futa. And then if you want to sex that person, you can choose to sex that person. Or if you don't, you can choose not to. That'll be how I think the character is structured. That's what I'm thinking. Not even the creator wants to give Jared more screen time. Well, it wouldn't be screen time either way. It'd be either the same or slightly altered dialogue. Speaking of sus, say if there was a horde of monsters related to the body, and the MC shapeshifted into them, would they be able to tell his split and pick on him? Probably not. Some of them might be able to, but probably not. Assuming everyone was around similar level, like how the monster tried to pick on Daryl in Chaos City. Probably not. Daryl's a little bit more different. He's a little bit more weird. If the MC shapeshifted into a monster, like he'd have a different higher energy reading than the monster, and maybe some monsters would sense that, but genetically and biologically he'd be exactly the same. Not like Daryl. He'd be about what that monster is. Assuming he's like touched them, maybe eaten a piece of them, he'd be about what they are. But his higher energy level reading would be different, or monster energy reading, and so they might be able to tell them apart, the more perceptive of them. A line from Dazed and Confused is, the best thing about high school girls is I get older, but they stay the same age. True. Yeah, junior and then senior. Gotcha. Is it possible for MC to use memory echo to blast the Apostles' memories as an attack? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know if it's necessarily would be a good move, but maybe. They sense him and a monster gangbang starts. True. All right. That's about it for the Ella art review. I've got one more image to show from next update that I'm going to post on Patreon when this is done. But yeah, this has been the Ella art review. After I show the this last image, we'll go over the months and we'll see. We'll just have a last look at how the timeline of my art journey has been. See like how different my jumps have been. If I've made like very sudden jumps, or if it's been like a smooth journey. Where the fuck did I put that image? It should be here. Oh, there it is. Oh, I should get rid of this shit. That was a close one. A lot of titties showing. I could have fucked myself with. I should close a bunch of stuff actually while we're here. Let's close that. And we'll give that here. Yeah. Actually, we'll close this as well, just in case. We don't want to get ourselves fucked, do we? All right. Oh yeah, that's another thing. How did Lexi and Clark never sense MC when he was level 1 and 2, but Nico had an easier time doing it? Could be a couple of reasons. I'd have to. When did Nico sense the MC? What are we talking about? Because there could be some sort of consensus. It could be that Nico's just better, but I don't feel like that's inherently the case. Are we talking about like the shower? Is that what we're talking about? Which time are you talking about? Even if they're bad at it, it's kind of funny that level 5 superhumans with their training couldn't tell. Normally speaking, I don't think you should be able to sense, especially a level 1 superhuman. Normally speaking, unless they're like actively using their powers, or they're like kind of like emotionally elevated. Generally speaking, especially for like a level 1, level 2. Level 3 And upwards, maybe it becomes slightly more obvious, just because of the amount of power they have. It kind of like lights up a little bit. But for that, I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look at what you're talking about specifically. Finally, the other thing is over. My eyes were burning. Well, it's not over yet. One more. My eyes were burning from looking at her. They're just bums. True. The Ella review meme is dead. Now do the Alice one. True. I don't know if I'm going to do an Alice one. I feel like I'd just be covering a lot of the same stuff. I'd just be talking about a lot of the same stuff. I haven't played the last 3 updates of Superhuman. Do you recommend waiting or playing it now? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd say just play it now. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have a recommendation. Do as you will. The shower, and when Nico got them and teleported them to Hero, she knew they all had powers. I'm pretty sure, like, for the Hero teleportation, she was targeting them. For the shower, I don't think she knew he was a superhuman in the shower. I think she just tried to kill him. I'm pretty sure. Did she know he was a superhuman? I don't think that's the case. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the case. As for teleporting them to Hero, that's Hero's information, not hers. In the shower, she called him a perv and killed him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you ever mess up a route or choice in Eternum and had to backtrack? Not as far as I know. I don't think. I don't remember doing so. Play the update is my recommendation. The shower scene is a dead end if he dies. True. The shower scene before officially meeting her, yeah, just assumed he was a perv and killed him. I thought she knew he had powers during the shower scene. No, I don't think so. I think she just decided to kill him. Yeah. Anyway, because he was peeking openly. True. Should have listened to fucking Daryl and Amber. All right, last one. This is maybe next update. Maybe the update like after. I haven't decided when I'm going to cut off each update. Not fully decided. I've kind of decided, but not fully. Yeah. Here it is. There you go. This is old Ella. And the old MC in the background as well. There you go. I guess we should kind of talk about the review her design a bit. Yeah, got the same kind of eyes. Yeah. I think the piercing... Actually, this is kind of flipped. Her piercing should be on the other side. I might flip this image over. But yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. I think she looks pretty cool. I think the MC looks pretty cool. Yeah. I don't think there's much more to say. I like the curve of her back. I think this is a very nice scene. But yeah, a little bit messy. But other than that, still fine. Well, holy fucking shit. Level 4 MC and Corpse Ella? I don't know. Is that level 4 MC? Maybe he's level 4 here. I don't know. Maybe. I'm pretty sure Daryl is the reason you pick on her. Isn't that when he asks MC if he's a titty or no titty guy? Oh yeah, MC probably egged him on. Yeah, that's true. He should have listened to Amber. True. Peak. I used to pray for times like these. I don't know about that. MC and Ella fighting together. I don't know if that's true. We don't even know if this is Ella. This could be like a fucking one of MC's tails. See, this tail is kind of like going over here. Maybe that's connecting to her. You don't know. But yeah, here we go. We don't know what's going on around here. We don't know what's happening. It's beautiful. Yeah. Meh, too much Ella. Not enough MC. I mean, his MC is kind of there. It's kind of there. Zoom on our boy, please. Our boy. It's a bit in the shade here. A little bit darker. Kind of made him a bit more of a silhouette than Ella. I will admit that she's kind of like the focus of the scene. But, you know, the MC's there too. The MC is here too. Got his classic, you know, light armor. Now that tail is penetrating her. True. The tail is connected to her because he's fucking her in the ass. Maybe. That could be the case. It's a flashback. Yes, it must be a flashback. Now I just want that as a background. Lol. We'll see. A bit dark in it. Yeah, it's in a dark area. There he goes. There he goes. Your art has really improved for the better since the first time MC woke up in the park. 5 years ago, I'm sure. They look so good together, Weirdward. Do they? Do they, though? I think Draco would disagree. But, for now, they are indeed next to each other. This is correct. There he goes, 10 out of 10. Picture zoomed. Well, it's zoomed out now. Sorry, mate. The lights on the back look so good. Everything just looks so good. Oh, the back of the MC? Yeah, the MC's back shot, I think, looks pretty good. I think I'll do like a scene of him more in the light than to show off the musculature of his back. Because I did put a bit of work into his musculature as well. You can kind of see it a little bit, like the crease of his back as well. But in a more exposed, light exposed scene, I might show off his back a little bit as well. But for this scene, as is, Ella's kind of like the big dog, so she kind of gets the attention. Well, not really the big dog, but you know, she's kind of the focus of the scene. Now I can die in peace, can you though? Now I can die with grief. Good. MC backshots are so good. True. True. That looks so good together, Weird World. That is definitely going to the game screen roster, is it? Oh, right. Dagama. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. He looks hunched over. Kind of. Not really. I don't necessarily agree, but I don't necessarily disagree. And his eye is floating. What do you mean? Put that on the Steam when you release it. Maybe I will. Her arm is like that because she is actually Michael. True. These people thinking that this is actually fucking Ella. Fucking retards, right? They don't know what they're talking about. As a profile background, I might do. Yeah, anyway. That's... shit. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, that's about it for the Ella review. I think we're about done. Right. Got through that. 4 hours of work. Not bad. It's a pretty standard stream. Pretty normal length. You know, we had a few of you guys here. Actually. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up. I don't know if kind of like met the hype, because I feel like people were kind of looking forward to it more than they should have. Because I kind of like pitched the ideas like just kind of something to fill the time, something just to you know get a stream done. But I feel like people were talking about it like it was some like it's gonna be some great shit. Maybe it was. Maybe you guys enjoyed it. But I don't know if that's necessarily what I intended when I initially pitched the idea. But yeah, I do have other ideas for later streams. Draco mentioned the tier list for morality or for intelligence. That will probably be happening at some point. I do want to finish No, I'm Not Human, or whatever it's called. I keep mixing up the name for some reason. And there was the thing I was going to do about like guess if it's AI or if it's hand drawn or royalty free. I'm going to keep royalty free / hand drawn in the same category just to keep it like well, maybe I should make it 3. Maybe I should make it 3 choices: AI, royalty free, or hand drawn. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll mix it up a bit, make it a little bit more interesting, give people more options to like fuck it up. I'm not going to give a prize because it's a pain in the ass, like scoring the points. I'm just going to let you guys guess and see what percentage of you guys can actually get it right or not. So yeah, I'll do that stream at some point. I don't know when, but we'll do it at some point and see how good you guys are at guessing. Yeah. Yeah. It was a fun stream. Corruption tier list. Is that the same as the morality tier list? It's not exactly the same, but I could do it. I think we just like to talk about the game. I think that's most people. Most people just like to chat. Most people like to talk. And that's mostly what the streams are. They're mostly just me talking shit. And I feel like that's fine. That's fine. Or you can talk about the MC of the game, the character you actively hate. I feel like I do that a lot, as is Mr. Fox. I feel like I do that plenty. W stream indeed. Chat, let's all kiss. True. Plenty of stream ideas, honestly. Yeah, we'll get through them. Just one at a time. Don't need to rush ourselves. I'm not like these streams aren't like a super, what do you call it, official, well produced events. They're basically just me doing whatever I can fucking be stuff doing. So, stream was cool. It is something which helps in waiting for the update. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Whittle has been a good boy, so no one. What is no? What's the question? I didn't see what was the question. Extinct. Never doubt Whittle. Love you platonically, peeps. True. Wouldn't want to be gay about it. It was about the poll. What was the poll? Will Woodward accidentally show an NSFW image? I don't think I did. I actually managed it. I'm pretty sure. I think I got there. There's a few close calls. I left a few up, but yeah, we got there. Even just opening some of my folders. That's one of the reasons I don't like to show my folders on stream. Well, one of the many reasons. There's a lot of reasons. But one of the many reasons is because there's a lot of titties in those folders. Like, they're just out. Because Clip Studio shows a preview of what your last drawn thing there was, what you saved it on. And so a lot of that involves a lot of titties. So I could have fucked myself pretty easily there. But we managed it. Anyway, that's it. I'm going off. It's been almost 4 hours. We're about done. Thank you guys for showing up, and see you probably next week. I don't know. I'm not gonna. There's no reason I wouldn't go next week, so probably next week. We'll see. Farewell.